Rattlers that he's the head coach and general manager of play the Tucson Sugar Skulls that he and his wife Kathy own.
Right.
He's got to wear two hats. Now, when the game kicks off, we know who he's pulling for.
Exactly.
It's the team that he's coaching.
Well, that's it. And he's an intense guy. He's an intense coach, one of the greatest coaches ever in the indoor football league, in the indoor game. And when he's on the field against the Sugar Skulls, he's trying to win. But, there's a little piece of him that says, I hope the Sugar Skulls do well. But that doesn't mean, if he's got a chance to run up the score, he's going to run up the score because he wants to win. They're in the hunt, for a number one seed, and they're going to give the Sugar Skulls everything they can handle.
You don't sense that the Sugar Skulls have, gotten into the doldrums and woe is me, but it is time for them to win a game.
Well, Dixie Wooten has remained very upbeat about his team. Talked to him earlier on my radio show earlier this week, and very upbeat. He says the guys are still working hard. He feels like they're close, but they just got to finish games, and that's been the issue. So he's hoping for that, and I think he thinks he can win this game.
Yep, I think he does as well. We're going to continue with the pregame. It's the Tucson Sugar Skulls. It's the Arizona Rattlers. It's the rivalry renewed for the sixth time in this short history. It's O'Reilly Chevrolet presentation of Tucson Sugar Skulls football, and it continues next.
If your car has started attacking your passengers, it might be time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your vehicle is harder to steer than an old shopping cart, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
At Desert Diamond, we don't just support our troops, we reward them. All active duty, retired, and veteran service members enjoy immediate benefits, including $20 free play each month and dining discounts with our Tribute Rewards card. We're the only casino with a military rewards card, and signing up is free and easy. The Tribute Rewards card, only at Desert Diamond, the safest place where service members play.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
At Pima Community College, learn your way. This fall, classes are offered in person or online. Earn the degree or certificate you need to prepare for the career you want. PCC offers free career exploration classes, so you can choose a field that's right for you. Fall semester starts August 19th, so make your someday today. To learn more about our programs or financial aid options, visit pima.edu.
When it comes to controlling termites and pests at your home, everything is not always what it seems. Trust Termagon's pest control experts to rid your home of unwanted guests with the most advanced methods of pest elimination available. We're fast, friendly, and affordable. We're Termagon Termite and Pest Control.
You know where to find me?
The new 92.9 The Bull.
It's your favorite radio station.
It's the way I get to you.
Nothing like a great song.
And there's nothing like country music.
Wake up with the Bobby Bone Show.
Where all of country music's biggest stars come to hang out. First thing in the morning.
And last thing at night.
We are Tucson's new country.
The best songs.
The biggest artists.
All in one place.
The new 92.9 The Bull.
We'll see you there.
Welcome back inside the Boneyard. It's Tucson Arena. It is the Tucson Sugar Skulls hosting the Arizona Rattlers, the sixth meeting between these two franchises, with the Sugar Skulls hoping that the sixth time is the charm. Let's bring in Dixie Wooten, the head coach of the Sugar Skulls. And Dixie, I know you haven't been around this rivalry as long as it's been around for one other season, but it's one of those I think Tucson fans would like to see get a little more evened out.
Absolutely. When I signed with Tucson, that made me a part of it. So, I feel like I have those those 6 losses as well. So now we want to right the ship and we want to win today. So make sure we can make this a real rivalry.
You and I have talked in the last week. It's about finishing right now, and that's what your team needs to do is to finish these games.
Absolutely, because, we take the lead to a lot of these games and we just don't finish in the fourth quarter. So, I talked to my guys about that all week. So finish is the word around this camp.
Yeah, what kind of things have you been telling them? How do you do that? It's more than just words. How do you do it?
Right. So what we did at practice, we'll run, we'll do our conditioning, then we'll run team. To make sure our guys good and tired to let them know they have to finish. So, every week this week been a great day of doing it. So, it's time to put it to work right now.
Haven't lost any faith in your quarterback. He had a terrific, Demery Croft had a terrific game last week.
Absolutely not. He's coming in. He's the starter tonight. He's going to come out here. He's going to put up some numbers for us, and he's going to, make sure he plays to finish the game as well. At the end of the day, if you look at his numbers, they're great, but he's a young quarterback, but we just got to finish as well.
Yeah. You've got a defense that'll be put to the test. Drew Powell is one of the best in the league and has been, and you know him very well.
Absolutely. He's one of my guys that, helped us win the championship in 2018. So, we look forward to the challenge. We have one of the best defense in the league. So we're going to try to, make sure we get Drew on the ground this week.
Yeah. You know a couple of things about his tendencies maybe that maybe other coaches don't.
Absolutely. When you coach a guy for a whole year, you know a little thing about him. So we're going to try to get him to work. But Drew is a great quarterback. So we got to make sure we tackle him. We be in his space for a lot and, give him a little pressure.
I know 1-5 is not where you want to be. Time is of the essence, though, to get this thing turned around.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, 1-5 right now, it's put us behind the 8 ball. But at the end, we run off these next coming games, we can get a 4 seed. Yeah. So that's our main goal, to just keep winning one week at a time. And Arizona is here for that.
Yeah, no time like the present.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
So we ready.
All right, good luck to you, Dixie.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks very much.
Thank
All right, that's Dixie Wooten. Let's bring back in Jay Gonzalez now. And Jay, you heard what Dixie was saying. It is about finishing games. We've seen that.
It really is, and he's been harping on that for several weeks. They've had their chances. They had a chance last week, the week before. Got beat at the buzzer. They've had opportunities, and they need to finish.
Yeah, and they've got a quarterback that we've seen progress, and we've seen Demery Croft last week, his first 200-yard passing performance. You have to appreciate a rookie quarterback making those steps.
Yeah, he's getting better every week, and you can see that. He's still making mistakes, and that's the thing he's got to keep cutting down on. He's got to focus on that. He had a pick 6 last week that really turned the game around for him. If he can avoid those things, he gives them a chance because he can do so many different things. He's a big physical guy. He's fast. He can run the ball. He's got a great arm. He's got the tools. He's just, still a little inexperienced. He's got to do all the right things.
This team at 1-5, they always say a must-win is only when you're facing elimination. Well, you kind of get the feeling they really must win a game like this.
They've got to get going. They've definitely got to get going. They had an opportunity last week playing the Wranglers, who hadn't won a game. The Wranglers, put it to them, and they got to get one. And they've got their work cut out tonight. Yeah. This is the Rattlers. These guys are legendary. So they've got their work cut out. And we're going to have to see if they can step up. And hey, anything can happen.
Yeah. And they've been competitive all season long. We look forward to that.
Every game.
Yep.
And that's the thing. They're losing close games. There've been a couple of games where it didn't go so well, but this game is just it's a chance for them to measure themselves, but they're at home. Get a win. They can do this.
Exactly right. All right, coming up next, it is the lineups and the kickoff, the Sugar Skulls and the Rattlers, the in-state rivalry at its best, and you'll see it next. Stay with us.
If your car's just not quite holding together like it used to, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your anti-theft device requires help from Mother Nature, it's time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
The new 92.9 The Bull.
First thing in the morning
and last thing at night,
where all of country music's biggest stars come to hang out.
The best songs, the biggest artists,
all in one place.
The new 92.9 The Bull.
Ask anyone on the team.
Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
Welcome back inside the Boneyard. O'Reilly Chevrolet is our presenting sponsor of Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson and on Fox Sports 1450 KTZR. Jason Barr, our sideline reporter, standing by with Kevin Guy. Jason. All right, we'll get back to Jason in just a moment. Sorry about that technical difficulties with his microphone. We're waiting for the coin toss and see who's going to receive this football first. Sugar Skulls win the coin toss, and they defer, which they often do.
Which they do.
So that means they'll get the ball first to start the second half, and the Arizona Rattlers will take the football first here as we get this rivalry underway again. The I-10 tussle. I have a feeling that Kevin Guy came up with that name too.
We worked on it.
You worked on it. Maybe you had something to do with it as well.
We did work on it. It's kind of, we wanted to be good. We wanted to be something catchy, and we did that in the first season, and that's what we came up with. So,
I-10 tussle, and that's what we'll continue with. Jay, your keys to the game.
Well, it's very simple, at least as it relates to Drew Powell. They got to try and contain him, and the reason I'm saying contain in quotation marks because it's going to be hard to do. That old saying goes, you can contain it, you can't stop him, but you can only contain him. That's what they got to try and do. He ran for 100 yards last week. He leads the league in rushing, leads the league in rushing touchdowns. He's the guy you got to stop. You can't let him get big yards on you when you've got him pinned down. Then, again, as they've been harping all along, you got to start strong and finish strong. The Sugar Skulls have to, try and get a stop on the first possession and get the lead. But mainly they got to finish strong. They've had the leads in the second half of a bunch of games, and they're not finishing. So that's the thing that Dixie Wooten keeps going on. And then avoid the big mistake. There was a game-turning mistake last week. The Sugar Skulls came out of the half with the lead and the ball, an opportunity to go up 2 scores, and they threw a pick 6. Those are the kinds of things you can't let happen. So it's avoiding those big mistakes. It's containing Drew Powell as much as you can. You're not going to stop him. You're going to try and contain him, and then it's finishing strong.
O'Reilly Chevrolet bringing those keys to the game. Jason Barr. We'll have to get back to Jason in a moment. We want to let you know that it is Military Appreciation Game here at Tucson Arena, and Strong Built is proud to be the Sugar Skulls official military game night presenter. Again, it's Strong Built, and they are saluting our military just like we will all night long here at Tucson Arena. Love the red uniforms, Jay Gonzalez. Let's talk about that. This is your brainchild, right?
It is. We were planning a red out for the opener last season. The season didn't happen, but we already had the uniforms, and this is what we came up with. I really like the way they looked. They came out great.
They sure did. And Jimmy Camacho kicking for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. The former Arizona Rattler was all IFL first team as a kicker. So this is our first chance to see him in the red of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. His kick is taken in the end zone, and quickly it'll be taken back by Harris. I think this is Jeremiah Harris. Jeremiah Harris returning, not Harrington, who we generally see. So we'll have to wait and call Jared Harrington's number here in a moment, I'm sure.
Yeah. Fans remember Jeremiah Harris was a Sugar Skull in the first season. He was the receiver who would catch a touchdown pass and do a backflip in the end zone. Really exciting player, a really good guy.
And there's a look at some of the keys. Definitely, you touched on Drew Powell already. We'll call his number a lot. It's Nick Lassane in the backfield because Daryl Monroe injured his ankle in their game last week. Their win over Spokane. I was going to say Frisco. They haven't played Frisco yet. Frisco, the only undefeated team in the league. The Sugar Skulls 1-5, the Rattlers 5-1. So here is Drew Powell, and he quickly sends it out again to the aforementioned receiver. No, this time it's actually to Pelletier, number 8. You know,
all right, I'm going to be confused by that all night long. I know that right now.
The numbers are very small.
The numbers are small, and the hair is long.
And the hair is long. That can be a little bit difficult, but we'll get it figured out. Pelletier is way split out to the far side of the field and in motion. One of the 2 receivers in motion. Quickly again, right back to him and pushed out of bounds. Another gain, this time for a first down. So they're already matriculating the ball down the field to the 13.
Yeah, but a number of quick passes, and they'll lull you to sleep. They'll keep throwing the quick pass, and then Drew Powell will break one loose. So
That's it.
We'll see what keeps happening. They've got to keep an eye on him.
Powell is not the guy that's going to necessarily throw for 200 yards a game. He throws for enough, but he doesn't usually throw for 200 yards, but he does run for a lot of yards.
Right, he's 7th in the league in passing. He's only throwing for 130 yards. But again, the danger with him is running the ball.
Drops that pass, then he dumps it off to Lassane. Lassane breaks one tackle, powers his way down to the 3. A couple of Sugar Skulls there to make the stop, including Matt Elam, the defensive back, but not before he gets another first down. So just right over a 10-yard pickup. We'll call it 11 down to the 3.
Well, that was another play where Powell froze the defense like that. It looked like he was going to run. Then he found Lassane standing by himself, and they picked up the yardage. First and goal.
And this was all set up, of course, by the kickoff return. That brought to you by Nova Home Loans, our replay tonight. There's the quick toss to Lassane, and what a play. Getting in there quickly for the Sugar Skulls. And got a loss of about 3, it looks like.
Loss of 3 on the play with the ball at the 6-yard line. It'll be Rattlers second down and goal.
We don't have a 29 on our roster.
We don't. I'm like, did I miss it? Did I read the number wrong?
No.
Or what? I'm looking for a 29 on that one.
We'll have to find out who that is. A lot of changes on both rosters. Injuries start to take a toll here in the mid part of the season. Powell fakes the pitch, throws quickly. Wide open is Harrington, and that's an Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Harrington wide open in the middle of the end zone. He's that guy that just finds a way to get open. The pesky receiver, and all by himself, easy touchdown.
I wonder if it was a zone coverage and they maybe overloaded aside and left him wide open.
Well, there were actually, I thought, I'd have to see the replay, but I think there were 2 Rattlers standing there by themselves. I could be wrong, but he was all alone, and it was just easy pitch and catch right there for the Rattlers, and they're on the board.
There's Lacayo. Oh, it's blocked. And down to the ground goes the holder. The holder is Harrington.
I think that was number 20, Dalvin Batiste. I'm not sure. Just made it, jumped it up in the middle of the defense, and he got up high. It was a low kick, but
it was a low kick.
Got it.
Lacayo with a low kick, but you don't see that all that often. We're going to take a break. 6-0. It's Arizona with the quick lead here on the Tucson Sugar Skulls on the CW Tucson, presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
This is really tough. I mean, I like what number 1 said, but I got to go with number 3.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the stylish and sporty 2021 Blazer from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with Blazers starting at only $24,026 and over $6,000 off on tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, Do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
6-0, the Rattlers strike first on the opening possession against the Sugar Skulls here. O'Reilly Chevrolet presents Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson. We're also streaming live on Fox Sports 14. Almost scripted, wasn't it?
It was. Drew Positive, little pitch and catch all the way down the field. The threat to run, and he had open receivers the whole way down.
Tayo, a high kick. Coming up quickly for the Sugar Skulls. Juju Augustine, a big hit.
Number 9, Juju Augustine with the Sugar Skulls.
There you go. That's it. Good field position. It's a good place to get started.
When the ball's on the 15-yard line, the Sugar Skulls first down and 10.
Devin Cox, by the way, the defensive back on special teams, making that play against Juju Augustine. Yeah, we've got to,
had a great game last week. We'll see how he goes this week against a very tough Rattlers defense.
200 yards last week for the first time in his rookie career. The handoff kept by Croft. The Demery Croft on that lead option. Jason Barnes in the way.
All right, the Arizona Rattlers have shared an arena with the NBA Western Conference champion Phoenix Suns since way back in 1992. Rattlers head coach Kevin Guy was on a local radio program this past week and was asked about the Suns being in the zone. His response, I guess we would know, we've been in the zone for a decade. It's a team that doesn't lack confidence, Pat and Jay.
No, and neither does Kevin Guy, and rightly so. 3 Arena Bowl titles, 1 Indoor Football United Bowl title. He is the head of a very powerful franchise. Croft a little bit too far off the fingertips of Valentine. And incomplete pass. Boy, the crowd is really looking for that.
They're a little jacked up, I think, by this one. It's a chance at the Rattlers, and so we'll see how the crowd holds up all game. But Croft had a receiver, a little better pass. They'd had a first down, so now they've got a 3rd and long.
3rd and 9 now. Terrence Fulham, defensive lineman for the Sugar Skulls, is now wearing 29. Just changed his number right now.
Okay.
So he made the big sack for us to stop the run earlier. That's when we're trying to catch people up. All right, here we go. 3rd down, and Demery Croft back to pass. Looks deep, throws over, and what a catch against the wall. Incomplete, though. Couldn't hang on. Is Ryan Valentine in his hands, but almost simultaneously he made contact.
Right, he hit the wall right away.
He's getting the
a tough grab. That's not a good sign.
No, it isn't. We're talking about the most prolific receiver in indoor football league history.
You hope he's okay. He's going to the sideline and see what they're taking a look at.
Kind of head first into the wall. That replay.
Somebody try a field goal.
Try a field goal, of course.
Number 26,
It acts as a punch if you don't connect on it.
Skulls.
Now, let's be honest, Jimmy Camacho, new to the Sugar Skulls. He kicked here a couple of times last, around 2019, as an Arizona Rattler. He's having problems with the speakers in warm-ups. Hopefully going this direction, he won't have problems.
And it looks like he should be out of the way.
On field goal attempt. Got plenty of leg.
He drills it. And that had a lot of distance on it, right up the gut. Great catch. They needed to answer. They really did. Even if it was a field goal, they needed.
Kevin Guy says when you kick a field goal, that's a half a win for the defense. Well, you need a full win here for the Sugar Skulls.
Right. Well, it's a half a win for the offense too.
You're
They
right.
got some points. I think it was important for them to get points. You'd hated to be down 2 touchdowns right out of the box. If the Rattlers go down and score here, gives them a little bit of momentum, see if they can get a stop.
Crowd, as I mentioned, very into this game early. Love to see that.
Yeah, you get 4th of July weekend. It's a little rainy outside.
Rainy.
Come indoors, watch a little football.
Right. We're not so used to that here today.
No, we're not. It was 67% humidity this morning, and that's not what we're about. That's not what we're about. It is not.
Camacho with the low kick off the back end boards. Remember, he's got to return it. Picks it up and spun around and
loose ball, but I think the Rattlers got it back.
That's a win for the coverage team.
Exactly. That was a great kick because the receiver couldn't field it and it stayed in play. Now you got to make a play on it. So that's about as good a kick as you could get. That was the rules that they play on him. He's got to get it out of the end zone.
Jeremiah Harris was able to scoop it up, and as you mentioned, the ball comes out briefly.
And I know our guy running the stat computer was horrified at the thought that there was going to be a rouge because those things are hard to figure out in the stat computer. And I know he was telling me, I can't have one of those today.
Back to work goes Drew Powell and the Arizona Rattlers. He looks right, then looks left, and Harrington is just drilled by Elam after he makes the catch. You know, Matt Elam, the former first-round pick by the Baltimore Ravens, he hardly gets thrown at, and when he does, he creates plays like that.
Harrington paid a price for that. He's looking a little dazed out there. He felt that one.
Trying to make sure he still has all of his arms and legs.
Right, everything's moving. Yeah. He's got feeling and everything.
Yeah, that's a big stick.
You know, but he's one of those guys. He's a Wes Welker, a Danny Amendola kind of receiver. He's a tough kid.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's a little guy, fast, strong, fearless.
Powell, 2nd and 2, and there's Harrington again, and again he's drilled. This time it's by Boyd, and Delando Boyd. He said, "Okay, Matt Elam, what you can do, I can do as well."
Well, that's 2 in a row for Harrington. I know he's feeling it, but you know what? Again, he's a tough guy. You got to admire a guy that stays out there. You know, these guys do. But that was another tough hit right over the middle. But he's getting out there. He's getting open over the middle, making the catches.
5'9", 185 is Harrington. Gives up a little size to these defensive backs, but he did get the first down. So first down yardage now at the 23. The Sugar Skulls are the Rattlers, and there's Powell with the handoff to Harrington. He's got a little running to the left, and then hammered in the boards again by Matt Elam. You know, he might be picking up yards, but he's going to feel this.
He's paying a price. He's already going to be sore tomorrow. We know that.
Another first down, or close to a first down. I guess it's only about 7. So we'll bring up 2nd down now for the Rattlers. And they just relentlessly just kind of little chunks, and then they're in the end zone.
Right, not a lot of big plays, but they're just picking up yards.
Not to say they can't have big plays.
They can.
Especially if Powell takes off running, sometimes he'll find his way.
He's finding receivers
yards.
open, so he hasn't had to run so far.
Harrington here at the line of scrimmage, split out 2 receivers in motion. Powell looking, the lefty. Now he's going to scramble. Nowhere to go. Sidesteps 1 tackle, and then he's brought down with just a short gain. He's about 2 yards short of the first down, bringing up 3rd down.
Great job by the Sugar Skulls defense to contain him right there. They didn't let him break out. They've got a 3rd down now, but that's exactly what you need to do. If you can do that with him all night, you're going to be in good shape. You're going to give yourself chances. But here, you got a 3rd and about 3rd and 2, almost 3.
Yep.
You can't let him get loose on this. If you've got him, if you've got some good coverage going out there, you got to contain him back there. This is a big play.
Dele Harding, the linebacker, in his 2nd game now with the Sugar Skulls out of Illinois, and he was very impressive last week. 11 tackles. He'll have to stay at home here. He is the linebacker, of course. They have to stay 5 feet back, that belt. Will he rush? He sees the handoff to Harrington, and it was a nice open field tackle, but not before Harrington picks up about 5 down to the 10-yard line.
Well, he's a weapon.
He really is.
With the quickness that he has, and he may be a small guy, but he's really strong. He's 5'9". I saw him when we were on the field before the game. He's a good, strong kid, and like I said, a fearless kind of guy. You give him the ball, he's going to run hard. He's going to knock some people down.
First down now at the 10. We'll call it first and goal because the nose of the football is just over the 10-yard line, and the chains have gone off. Powell, under pressure, throws, and that's a touchdown for, no, it was dropped. It looked like he had caught it, but the ball was caught and then dropped.
Yeah, it's hard to see those when you're trying to see over the boards, but
it's Miles, and you could see him start to the left of Powell, then he comes all the way back across, and he was open.
He was open. He was definitely open, had a shot.
Step on Boyd. Yeah, it's hard for us with the boards to see. Don't want to make excuses,
well, yeah.
But even I think the fans on this side thought it was a touchdown.
Right.
The Rattlers fans. Of course, the Rattlers travel well
they
down
travel
here
well.
in Tucson.
It's a whole bunch of them here.
So I'm tailgating outside the new garage. And there's Harrington, and this time nowhere to go, about a no gain, maybe a short half a yard.
He's going to be calling his mom to bring the Advil over tonight.
Oh, I think you're right.
He's taking a beating already.
Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls instant replay presenting sponsor, and there you see the little push pass over to Harrington. He gets about a half a yard.
And that was Delando Boyd again in there, jumping in there. He's the leading tackler on the team going into this game, and he's in the middle of it again.
Thank you for joining us on CW Tucson for this Sugar Skulls presentation presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Powell back. Third and goal. Sidesteps one, rushes to his left, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Well, he turned nothing into something, didn't he? And now they're bringing up fourth down, but certainly manageable fourth down.
Right. Dele Harding was in on him. He had him, but didn't break down. He made a move on him, and instead of a 3 or 4 yard sack, it was about a 7 or 8 yard gain.
That's what
he
Drew
does.
Powell does.
That's exactly what he does.
He did it for Dixie Wooten when he was with Iowa and lead him to the championship in 2018 with Ryan Ballantyne as his star receiver, and now he's doing it for the second season now with the Arizona Rattlers and Kevin Guy. He's got the play from Kevin Guy. In the huddle now, fourth and goal here from just inside the 2, we'll call it the 1.
Huge play for the Sugar Skulls right here.
For the defense. Powell, he's going to run it. He keeps it, and he fights his way, lowers the head, and it's a Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
That's just Drew Powell being a big, powerful guy. He got hit just behind the line and powered his way through, backed his way in, and it's a touchdown for the Rattlers.
He called his number, and both coaches like to run the power play with their quarterbacks, and that's exactly what it was.
Right. Nobody else was getting that ball on that play. Very simple. Grab the ball, make a move.
Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls instant replay partner. The extra point try by Lacayo. And this time it's good. No blocking this time. So the Sugar Skulls go up 13-3. We'll be back here watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football. Brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet on the CW Tucson.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
13-3, the Rattlers leading the Sugar Skulls here towards the end of the first quarter. Sugar Skulls football brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet. And don't forget to stay tuned for the announcement of tonight's Offensive Player of the Game. And that'll be brought to you by Pima Community College. But again, thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet. And thank you for tuning in to Sugar Skulls football. We got a nice crowd here. We invite you to come out. There's 3 more home games in the month of July, Jay. And there's a lot of entertainment to be had down here at TCC.
There really is, and the Sugar Skulls are doing a great job of, creating an event. And it's not just a football game; it's an event. You can come here, you can have a blast, bring your kids. They got thunder sticks out here tonight, and some great-looking red uniforms.
They are great, if you do say so
if
yourself,
I do say
Jay.
so myself.
And you should. They're very good. There's the kick. And it is taken by Augustine, and he runs head-on into about 3 different Rattlers jerseys, taken down at the 11-yard line. Not a bad return. Actually, yeah, that was Augustine. I got that right.
Yeah, Matt Elam's not getting up.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Matt Elam, who is, of course, the former first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens, played 3 seasons for the Ravens and defensive back, and he is not moving right now. He must be in quite a bit of pain. Now we see him trying to roll back over. And, that's the nature of the beast here. You're talking about a star player, NFL player, comes here to try to get a second chance at football, and you got to be in special teams. That's just the nature.
That's what you have to do. Everybody plays.
Yeah.
You got 21 guys on a game day roster. Everybody plays. Both teams are playing without a backup quarterback today.
That's right.
We noted that when we were out on the field. Kevin Guy doesn't have a backup quarterback, and the Sugar Skulls don't have a backup quarterback. If the quarterback gets hurt, there's an emergency quarterback out there somewhere for both teams.
Exactly right. You and I could speculate on who that might be, but we hope we never come to that.
Exactly.
We know that it's Harrington for the Rattlers. I suspect it's someone like Ryan Ballantyne, who played in junior college and high school as a quarterback. That might be a good option. But right now, it's Demery Croft, who's healthy and ready to lead this team on a very important drive in this game. Even though 36 seconds left in the first quarter, it's an important drive.
This is a big series.
Oh, they're going for a deep shot, and it's just overthrown by Malik Stanley. It looked like Stanley kind of eased up on a spot there, and the ball was over his head.
Right. Dixie looked a little frustrated on that. I don't know if he's thinking that Demery didn't make a good throw on that. Unfortunately, the quarterback's got to go see the coach after every play after the good ones and the bad ones. So, Dixie kind of threw his hands up. We should have had that. But you're right. It might have been a receiver might have slowed down or something like that. Look, he was open.
He was open. The receiver was in front of the defender. The defender was behind him. He had a chance to catch it. And that'll end the quarter. So it's 13-3. Sugar Skulls have the football, though, and they are driving. It is 13-3, Arizona leading Tucson. Second quarter action coming up next. Tucson Sugar Skulls football presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your work truck isn't a truck, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Is your car helping scouts earn merit badges? Get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now. TucsonSugarskulls.com. That's TucsonSugarskulls.com.
Now the Sugar Dolls on this military appreciation game night. Let's go down to Jason Barr, who has a report for us. Jason.
Yeah, a couple of injury reports on some Sugar Skulls starters who took big hits. You see the wide receiver, Ryan Ballantyne, he is back in the game, and Matt Elam, who was just hit on that special teams play, he does look to be okay on the sideline, so it doesn't look to be anything too serious right now for the Sugar Skulls.
All right, that's very good news, Jason, and we are happy to see Ryan Ballantyne back there. Croft is going to keep it himself. Really nowhere to go, ran right into the back of Mike Jones, who was trying to block there.
Right, I think there's a little confusion on whether that was supposed to be a read option, because it looked like Mike Jones just went right by him, and Demery tried to fake a handoff.
Yeah,
and
so nobody.
Jones wasn't there. So who knows what happened there.
A little confusion, and that's a little frustrating coming out of a timeout for the end of the quarter.
Right, and those are the things, the little things that, you've kind of wasted a play right there.
Right, yeah.
And those are the little things that, when they start to add up, that's how you fall behind.
And you're already facing third down now, and third and still call it 2. It might be 3rd and 11, but let's go with Croft now. In shotgun, drops back, he looks deep, but instead he goes underneath, and that ball's caught by Ballantyne. How did Ballantyne catch that? It looked like that Atkinson actually had his hands on it, but went right through him.
I'm not even sure how Ballantyne even saw that, because first of all, the defensive back is a lot bigger than him.
Yeah, Atkinson.
So he was taking up space, and how he saw that in. That's a great catch, first down.
Yeah, just kind of came up with the ball. Down there though.
But that's the importance of having a guy like Ryan Ballantyne.
It is, because it would, you don't make that play. Now you got 4th down. Instead,
right.
You've got 1st down, and that's a huge play for the Sugar Skulls. They need more of that. Croft is going to run. There's a flag on the play. It might be something like illegal defense the way they threw that flag. I wonder if the linebacker was out of position. And for the first time tonight, we're going to hear from the referee, Ty Drews. Waiting for the call from Ty.
Illegal defense. Defense number 23. Linebacker is not stationary at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
Trayvon Williams, the linebacker, who is getting some action. Remember, that linebacker has that belt that 5 yards off the ball, and he's got to be stationary. He can't be moving whatsoever. It's not like the receivers that get a chance to move.
Right. Well, those things are a gift. Now you've got a 1st and 5, and that helps you on as you're trying to drive down and get a score.
And the handoff to Jones. He cuts back. Look at the big guy go, rumbling, bumbling, and he falls down at the 13-yard line, and that's a 1st down pickup.
That's a Mike Jones that we need to see. That's the first time he's touched the ball, and we're already into the 2nd quarter, but those are the things that can happen when you give the ball to Mike Jones. He's a weapon, and he needs to see the ball a bit more.
One of the top running backs last year, well, I should say 2019, the last season of the IFL, and those are the kind of runs we grew accustomed to with Mike Jones. So 1st down play, you got to like the way this now suddenly, after that miscue earlier in the drive, seems to be back on track.
Under center.
Under center usually means a run, but it's not. And he throws to an open Ballantyne, Ryan Ballantyne, touchdown Sugar Skulls.
Great call by Dixie Wooten. He gets the quarterback under center. Looks like it's going to be a run. You thought it was going to be a run. I thought it was going to be a run. Obviously, the Rattlers thought it was going to be a run because Ryan Ballantyne was wide open in the end zone.
Ballantyne is now taking charge as one of the top receivers again in this league. A little slow start early on in the season. Maybe that was partly due to a rookie quarterback getting used to the game, but Ryan Ballantyne the last couple of weeks has been terrific. 2 touchdown catches last week, 116 yards now. This is his 1st touchdown catch tonight. We hope to see him catch a couple more. The extra point try by Camacho. Looks to be good, and it is. Now 13-10. Sugar Skulls down by just 3 points now here in the early going of the second quarter. You're watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your airbag used to carry your lunch, it's time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If you can't stand the heat, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
At Desert Diamond, we don't just support our troops, we reward them. All active duty, retired, and veteran service members enjoy immediate benefits, including $20 free play each month and dining discounts with our Tribute Rewards card. We're the only casino with a military rewards card, and signing up is free and easy. The Tribute Rewards card, only at Desert Diamond, the safest place where service members play.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Welcome back to the Boneyard. Strong Built is proud to be the Sugar Skulls official military game night presenter. You see the Sugar Dolls in their camo outfits. They look great.
Great looking camo outfits.
Yeah.
So they were greeting fans on the way in, and those are good looking uniforms.
There you go. All right, let's get down to Jason Barr.
All right, Ryan Ballantyne's with me. He just had the touchdown catch. You took a big hit on the dasher boards. He had a great catch at midfield. What is the mentality like for a wide receiver to have to come back after taking a big hit like that?
You got to be hungry. You got to want it. You want it more than another player on the field. It's a hunger inside you that can't nobody stop you.
All right, good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
All right, Jason, thank you very much. Ryan Ballantyne, as I mentioned earlier, did a story on KGUN 9 earlier this week, the most prolific passer in IFL history. He's got 2 IFL all-time records, and he's very close on 2 more. His career will end with 4, likely 4 IFL records. And again, here's the return. This time, was that Mike Minter on the return that time?
No, that's Jeremiah Harris.
I'm sorry, it's Jeremiah Harris.
Yes.
Former Tucson Sugar Skull.
Former Sugar Skull. Again, really good kid. I loved him.
Back to Ballantyne. He is the consummate pro. He is a guy that's just dedicated to his craft. You know, 8 years in the league, some might say, why you keep playing? He's going after records. He says that, and he wants to win championships.
And he loves the game. You know, when you're playing this sport, you know, in this league, you're playing because you love it. And when you play for 8 years, it's because you love it. You feel like you can be productive. You're having a good time. And so, you know, and he's doing that. So good for him.
Back on offense go the Rattlers and Drew Powell, and time for the Sugar Skulls to make at least one of those half stops.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's Powell. He's got a deep receiver that he's throwing to, and that's intercepted by the Sugar Skulls. Intercepted by Tucson's Batiste, and it's Delvin Batiste with the INT, and that's what the Sugar Skulls defense needed.
Big opportunity for the Sugar Skulls now. They've got the ball. They can take the lead. It looked like the receiver had gotten behind the defense, but Delvin Batiste closed on that, made a great catch.
You wonder if he didn't see Batiste coming over as a second defender on that play.
Right.
He saw that his receiver had dropped behind the Sugar Skulls Boyd, but Batiste came over and made the play. By the way, that replay brought to you by Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls instant replay partner. And here they are, first down at the 5-yard line.
Big opportunity, go down, get a score, take the lead, and that's what you need to do. It's it's a big chance right here for the Sugar Skulls.
What a turn of events. Could have been a Rattlers touchdown instead. Well, that's not a good play, unfortunately, for the Sugar Skulls, as Mike Jones is dropped in the backfield by DeVanzo.
That just blew up back there.
you know, they've had some problems running the football consistently here at home, and that was another example of just couldn't get it going.
Yeah, that was just. I mean, he just blew that play up. That was more of an issue on the line. He just got through there, got in the way of the handoff, and Demery Croft wasn't sure. There was no right thing to do there, other than hang on to the ball.
Nick Devanzo from New Mexico, and he is a big-time player. There's a quick little pass, outside complete to Malik Stanley, and Malik Stanley picks up a big chunk of what they needed for a first down, bringing up 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 3.
Jawing over there a little bit with Tyrell Peterson, but gives them a chance now to get the first down. They've got a 3rd and 3?
Long 3, maybe
Long
4.
3, maybe close to 4.
Yeah, but more manageable, and you're not standing in your end zone when you're passing either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So nice manageable situation here for Demery Croft.
Sure, they got a lot of options here.
They do. And
Mike Jones goes out to the
splits
left.
out. Yep. We've got 4 receivers going out quickly, and Malik Stanley can't hold on to it.
Unfortunately, he had Ryan Ballantyne all by himself in the middle. If you just popped it right there, he actually makes the catch. He's got room to run, but he missed him, and Ballantyne saying, I was open.
Dobbs, nice play. Let's give him credit for the Rattlers. He broke that play up. He kind of grabbed the arms and didn't allow Stanley to hold on. But, yeah, I think probably had a better option.
Well, they're going for it.
Well, I think he knows he's got a little bit of momentum, and if you could get this first down, you've got even more momentum.
I say run the same play. There were 2 receivers open.
Well, let's see if they do. No, this time Jones is going to stay in there. Oh, it's going to run by Croft, and Croft dances to his right, and he picks up the first down. Huge run by Croft.
Great play. He broke a tackle in the backfield. They looked like they might have had a shot at him, but he got the yardage that he needed. First down. This opportunity is still alive.
Yeah, this is a run all the way, but he sold it. He sold that he was going to pass, and then he took off running. So first down now for the Sugar Skulls at their own 17-yard line. A chance to tie or take the lead here on this drive. Down 13-10. 8 minutes to go now in the first half. Croft, empty backfield. Looking downfield, and he's going to throw to Mike Jones. Mike Jones overthrown. Mike Jones, a lot of contact, a little pushing and shoving there with the defensive back, and that, everything legal, but Cockrell was kind of, just slowing him down enough.
Right, just pushing him towards the boards makes it hard to run over there. Jones never got open. I think they thought they could have fooled him on that one.
Yeah, you like the idea because we've seen Mike Jones out of the backfield as a terrific weapon.
He can catch the ball, and Dixie Boone said that earlier this week. We know he's not getting the ball running, but he's a great pass catcher, and we got to get him the ball even if it's throwing it to him.
There's an example though of the Rattlers' defense is so sound. It is hard to fool them.
They got guys all over the place.
Yeah, Demery Croft now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. He looks under pressure, throws to the short receiver, which is Jones. Look at that move to his left. Breaks another tackle, shifts more to his left, all the way down to the 10, and he's finally brought down at the 10-yard line. That's all Mike Jones.
Mike Jones with all the moves right there. We just said it. Any way you can get him the ball, if you throw him the ball, just a little dump-off pass, he goes all the way down, breaks it big, down to the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
And here's a little incomplete pass there.
That was a great play by Mike Jones. He broke a couple of tackles, cut it across the field. I thought he might break that one, down to the 10-yard line.
You're watching the Tucson Sugar Skulls presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. First down now at the 10-yard line. We'll call it 1st and goal. The chains have been taken off the field. Those Hooters chains.
The Hooters chains.
Have been taken off the field. First down here for Croft. Keeps it on the read option. Oh, he makes it all the way down to the 2-yard line. For a moment there, it looked like he might go all the way in, but he's tripped up at the 2.
Another great run by Demery Croft. He's a strong kid. He breaks a couple of tackles, falling forward. He's a long kid. Gets it down to the 2-yard line.
And, it's a little more methodical, a little slower paced, you and I were talking to Kevin Guy before he said Dixie just kind of runs a little slower, and you, as a defense, you can't let that bog you down, but the Sugar Skulls love this.
Right. They're doing exactly what the Sugar Skulls like to do.
Croft. No,
Somebody jumped on the right.
Yeah,
right.
It's going to be a false start. That's too bad. It's going to be that pitch, that kind of, do I pitch it or do I keep it? Kind of an option play. And
false start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Cordell Brewster from Louisiana Lafayette in his rookie season in the IFL with the Tucson Sugar Skulls. The false start. So 2nd and goal from the 7 now.
In Lafayette, he's a little closer to home now. He's from San Bernardino, so just a hop, skip, and a jump from his home.
Let's see what Dixie Wooten has dialed up for Demery Croft here. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Got to note that Dixie's got the red shoes on today.
I love that. I love that look.
Going with the uniform. I don't know how he'd look in a red pants and red shirt, but the red shoes.
I like
good.
the Papa color. That's all we need. The players can shine brightly in red. Sending 2 receivers in motion. Again, he keeps it. Busts out to the left side, and boy, he just had one man to beat. Big number 99, Dylan Famatau, was there to make the stop.
And he just ducked under Montavious Atkinson, who was flying at him, and Atkinson actually went into the boards and missed Demery. That could have been painful.
Yes, it was. You're right. Came flying in late. 3rd and goal now from the 4.
There's the Dixie shoes.
There's Dixie shoes. Love it.
I'm going to have to ask him where he got those.
You're going to get a pair yourself.
I might have to get some.
Yeah. 3rd and goal from the 4. Fakes the pitch, does Croft. He's going to run it, and then he throws it, and it's incomplete. Oh, he's right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he was across the line of scrimmage, but it was a late decision by Croft to throw it incomplete.
Flag somewhere? I thought there's a flag in the end zone. I think we might have an illegal defense here. Either an illegal defense or a hold.
No, they're discussing it. Ty Druce and his crew officiating this game.
Holding. Defense. Number 15. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
Kevin Guy's not going to like that. And
he's going to be really unhappy.
Yeah, they had a stop. They were going to force a game-tying field goal attempt. And instead, it's 1st and goal now from the 2. So a big break for the Sugar Skulls.
Huge break for the Sugar Skulls. That's huge. They've got an opportunity to take the lead now from the 2-yard line. Demery's running the ball a little bit, finding little holes. We'll see what he does with it right here.
He's got 3 receivers to his right. He's got Mike Jones to his right. So basically all 4 of his options are to his right. And he's going to pitch. Mike Jones, that's blown up, and that's Atkinson again. Boy, he has been all over the place today.
He's everywhere. That didn't go well. That didn't go. That just got blown up. Loss of 6, it looks like.
Yeah, Montavious Atkinson from Auburn, and he's getting a little bit more playing time right now, and it's showing for the Rattlers defense.
Yeah, a lot of playing time at Auburn, playing 49 games there, had 117 tackles and 7 tackles for loss in his career. That's pretty good when you're playing at Auburn.
It is. 13-10, the Sugar Skulls trailing the Rattlers, 2:58 and counting to go here in the 2nd quarter. But it is a goal to go. 2nd and goal from the 8 for Demery Croft and the Sugar Skulls. 2 receivers left in motion. Croft looks, throws to Ballantyne, touchdown Sugar Skulls. Ryan Ballantyne.
Beautiful play. Number 18, Marquise Irvin, cleared the zone, came across the field from left to right, and Ryan Ballantyne just filled in the zone over there, was all by himself in the end zone. Easy pitch and catch, touchdown Sugar Skulls, and they have the lead.
First time today they have the lead, awaiting the extra point, trying to go up by 4, 2:12, and remember the clock runs until the extra point is done, so that's counting down. We'll see what this lead is for the first time today for Tucson, and what a play.
Sugar Skulls did a great job of taking advantage of the opportunities that the Rattlers gave them. Gave them the pick, the big penalty down in the zone. That's what you do.
Here's the extra point, and it is good. 17-13, the Sugar Skulls, their first lead of the day over the Arizona Rattlers. O'Reilly Chevrolet presents Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now. TucsonSugarskulls.com. That's TucsonSugarskulls.com.
At FEMA Community College, learn your way. This fall, classes are offered in person or online. Earn the degree or certificate you need to prepare for the career you want. PCC offers free career exploration classes, so you can choose a field that's right for you. Fall semester starts August 19th, so make your someday today. To learn more about our programs or financial aid options, visit fema.edu.
What a ball game we've got for you tonight here at the Boneyard, Tucson Arena. 17-13, the Sugar Skulls leading the Arizona Rattlers here on the CW Tucson and Fox Sports 1450 in Tucson as well. Back to receive the kick for the Rattlers is Jared Harrington. A high kick at the back of the end zone. He brings it out as he must by rule. Well, it looked like a block in the back that was missed, and he's all the way out to the 20, across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
When you've got guys falling on their front, you think something happened back there. But
I sure thought so.
Not sure what that was, but good return by Harrington up to the 21-yard line.
And you see Harrington finds his way down that sideline and then shoved out of the board onto the boards and out of bounds.
So he had not received the kickoffs up until this one. It had been Jeremiah Harris, so made a swap there. I'm not sure why that was, but they did it and it worked for them. Good field position.
Very good field position. At the 21-yard line of Arizona, they take over, and trailing for the first time in this football game is Drew Powell and the Rattlers, and quickly he gets a complete pass right out to Pelletier. There's a flag, I think. I think it might be illegal defense. Kind of that area where you see the flag thrown, right in the center of the field in the defensive backfield. Yep. There's a look at Pelletier, who just caught that football.
Steven Garola, former Arizona guy, pointing out that he thinks that it's on the Sugar Skulls.
Yep.
He's a center, played a few years, including on that 2014 team that went to the Fiesta Bowl. Was a prominent player on that team.
He was a walk-on, right?
Illegal defense. Number 56. The defensive end was wider than the adjacent guard. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Well, that'll do it. And what they're saying is, remember, you have to line up helmet to helmet with your guy. Shoulder pad to shoulder pad. If you're split out even 6 inches a little bit too far outside, that's an outside rush, and that's illegal in this game. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that, you don't have a center, 2 guards, and 2 tackles. You've only got 3 linemen, and they don't think an outside rush should be fair.
Right. It would just, you get split outside. You've only got 3 guys on the line to block you. It's just one of those rules that's unique to this game because it's 8-man football.
David Konowalski, by the way, was the one who was flagged for being split out just a little bit wide.
One-minute warning.
It's the 1-minute warning. Why it came at 59 seconds, I'm not sure.
Dixie Wooten's upset at something.
Well, we'll find out what he's mad about right now, and he's going to get some help maybe from the officials. We got a timeout here. O'Reilly Chevrolet presents Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson. Stay with us.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
If your car had started attacking your passengers, it might be time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your vehicle is harder to steer than an old shopping cart, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Well, Dixie's still hot. We're not exactly sure what he was upset about. He didn't think that it should be the 1-minute warning. I think he thought it should have been a penalty on the Rattlers right before that. But Powell under center, fakes the handoff, all kinds of pressure. He just throws open to Harrington for the Arizona Rattlers touchdown. Harrington wide open behind the Sugar Skulls defense.
Well, that was a great play by Drew Powell because he was under a lot of pressure. There were two guys all over him, and Harrington broke loose across the middle of the field and was wide open. Easy throw, touchdown.
Illegal defense, number 21, illegal blitz. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
So you heard the penalty declined on against the Sugar Skulls, and boy, it was just looked like they had him right where they wanted him.
I thought they did. You know, they had two guys on him. It looked like if he was going to try and run, they had a good shot at him, but then he found him. So. But the good news is the Sugar Skulls have 54 seconds to try and get it back.
A lot of time in this indoor game, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
Can't forget about that. There's Lacayo. As the Rattlers go back on top, his kick is good. And a 20-13 lead now for Arizona as the Rattlers have 20-17 lead, I should say. And, well, we're going to keep it right here because we got a football game that is on Military Appreciation Night. And you know what? The Sugar Skulls Military Appreciation game is presented by Strong Built. And we do appreciate Strong Built as a sponsor and for sponsoring this Military Appreciation game night. You know, this is one of those things that it's not just lip service. I think we all appreciate the military and appreciate their service, especially in this town.
We really do. We really do. You know, we're a town that a basis of all of our, you know, community and our economy has Davis-Monthan, even Fort Huachuca down in Sierra Vista. We've got the National Guard. A lot of service people in town all the time.
A lot of retired service people.
Yep. And they're here. You know, we do appreciate them. You go to a game, they ask all the military members to stand up, and the whole place stands up.
That's right.
Right. So, yes, we do really, really appreciate them.
20-17, the Rattlers with the lead over the Sugar Skulls. 54 seconds left here in the first half. And the Sugar Skulls have plenty of time here. Oh, little pooch kick. Did it go far enough? They're saying, the Rattlers are saying they got the ball. Did they recover the ball?
They recovered the ball. The question is, did it go 10 yards before they touched it? The Sugar Skulls are arguing he touched it before 10. This is something that can be reviewed, right?
Yes, it can be reviewed. Let's see if we can see here on the replay. There you see the kick.
Result of the play is illegal possession of the kicking team. First down, Rattlers.
No, they're saying it is. So they're saying the onside kick worked. There was a heck of a collision.
I think there's some argument about whether or not number 2, whether that ball hit him in the back before it crossed the 10-yard line. It doesn't look like they're going to review it.
Well, that's a Very big play in this game that turns the momentum even further in the Rattlers' favor. And they were expected. It wasn't as if the kick team turned around and ran back the other way, but I think they were just overmanned.
It was a perfect kick.
Yes, it was. So Powell back has an extra possession here, drops it off to Lassane. Lassane breaks 2 tackles, past the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. Wow, what a big pickup for their running back.
Right, exactly. The Sugar Skulls, they've got to get a stop here, or at the very least hold them to a field goal.
Yeah, this can turn quickly. We thought, oh, the Sugar Skulls have plenty of time, but they didn't even get the ball.
Right. Again, this can be one of those game-turning plays that not just gets you momentum, but if the Rattlers go in and put a touchdown on the board, now you're down 10.
Powell throws wide of his intended receiver, Harrington.
That was just a bad throw.
Pressure coming straight up the middle, though, on him, so he had to get rid of it quick, and it didn't go where he wanted it to go. Harding was coming up on a blitz straight up the middle. But you have to appreciate Harrington. I know, if you're a Sugar Skulls fan, yeah, he's a Rattler, but boy, he's always finding a way to get open, isn't he? He's always open.
Yeah, if you're on the opposite team, he's that pesky guy that you just hate to see, keeps making plays, because he doesn't even look like he belongs out there, but he keeps doing it.
He's out in the flat again. It's complete to Harrington, and he stops the clock as well. That's the veteran nature of a wide receiver like that. He knows, catch the ball, step out of bounds. Drew Powell knows, I'm going to get the ball to the guy that knows to get out of bounds.
Right. Hey, 3 years in the league, all with the Rattlers. Again, as you said, a veteran play. Stop the clock. You don't have to use a timeout. They got 30 seconds. They got plenty of time to get this in the end zone.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts as well, in case you're wondering. 20-17, Rattlers leading the Sugar Skulls. And Tucson Sports Station, Fox Sports 1450 KTZR. Just past the top of the hour here on the CW Tucson as well. Tucson Sugar Skulls football brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Powell throws. It's complete quickly. Was that Harris?
That was
Jeremiah Harris.
Yeah, Jeremiah Harris
there we
out
go.
there.
Jeremiah Harris getting a lot of looks today, whether it's kickoff returns or catching a pass.
I think I'm going to be really upset if he scores a touchdown and does a backflip.
Oh yeah, he can do that.
I know.
He is quick.
Wrong side.
Yeah, he is quick. And Jeremiah Harris, all of 5'7", 160. That might be generous on both those.
Yeah, pretty generous.
But he's a fun player to watch.
I'm pretty sure my daughter is taller than him.
Yeah, you might be right.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No. Both Harrington come out to the left side. Oh, there's a keeper by Powell. Powell tripped up at the 2. We saw an interesting formation where Harrington and Jeremiah Harris kind of came in tandem across the formation in motion, and that just left time and room for Powell to pick up a couple.
Right, it opened up the middle of the field, and he found a gap in there, got it down to the 2-yard line.
Sugar Skulls, they're first. Please reset the game clock to 21 seconds. 21 seconds.
And this is the only way you can look at this is an extra possession that we didn't expect the Rattlers to have.
Well, that's it.
And they're taking advantage.
Right. It's like an empty possession for the Sugar Skulls because they should have gotten the ball, didn't get the ball. They turned back that possession where the Sugar Skulls got the interception, so they evened it out.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Now, and this is where you'd like to see a team that's struggling and it's so close. And, you talk about finishing games. Well, how about you finish the half with a stop?
Right.
It would be nice to see.
I think Dixie's trying to keep, even if he can keep 5 seconds on the clock to kick a field goal or something.
Yes.
Just to get something.
Just to get something out of it. But right now, the issue at hand is Drew Powell has the football at the 2-yard line, and his success rate, 2nd and 2, is pretty good. That he can score in the next 3 plays.
Right. There's just there aren't a lot of answers for Drew Powell in this situation.
Well, he's lining up under center, and Nick Lassane is in the backfield behind him. He gives the ball to Lassane, and he bulls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona Rattlers, Nick Lassane.
Well, unfortunate for the Sugar Skulls on that onside kick. Turns this thing around. Now the Rattlers are up by 2 scores.
17 seconds left, though. You never know.
Yep, go down and
You
get
never
something.
know.
Even if you get 3, you're within a touchdown. You get the ball to start the second half. You can square it up. So that was the purpose for that was why Dixie Wooten called that timeout a minute ago. So just at least have a chance to put something on the board before the half ends.
Nick Lassane, of course, starting today because Daryl Monroe is hurt. They're terrific running back, and Lassane doing a nice job, and there's the kick that's good. So now extends back to a 10-point lead at 27-17 Arizona. You're watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football here on the CW Tucson, presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet, and there's a replay of this powerful running.
Yeah, I mean, it just opened up right there. Lassane's a big guy, 6'1", 225, a Texas kid. He's from Dallas, played at Montana State. Interesting thing on Lassane, last time he played football, professional football, he was playing it in Serbia.
I didn't know they played professional football
I didn't either.
in Serbia.
The Central European Football League.
Wow.
That's where he came from.
All right.
How did he get to Serbia?
I don't know.
It's not like it's around the corner, right?
No, it's not. That's lots of plane flights and an agent that is creative with your career, I guess.
Hey, somebody found him a place to play and get paid.
They did. And now he's getting paid to be an Arizona Rattler.
I'm guessing that like a native Serbian guy was just a little wondering about a guy like that coming running at him.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want to try to stop him.
No.
Well, this time the deep kick, and this time it's Juju Augustine. Brings it out from the back of the end zone, and he's spun down at the 4-yard line. So tough running there for Juju Augustine.
He needed a little more than that on that. If they could have gotten out to the 10 or 15, but you got 14 seconds, get a couple of plays, get in position to kick a field goal. The except for the blocked extra point at the start of the game, both place kickers are doing a great job. They've been, putting everything through. So we'll see what happens there.
14 seconds to go, trailing by 2 scores, down 27-17 are the Sugar Skulls. An exciting game. It's been very entertaining, but can Demery Croft add one more score here before halftime? He's back in his end zone. He throws out, and that ball is out of the hand. No, it's caught.
No, it's
They're
caught.
going to say it was caught. I had no idea. I couldn't see. Marquise Irvin.
Marquise Irvin, yep.
Boy, it looked like it was out of reach, and
that's a heck of a catch.
What a catch.
That is a heck of a catch.
6 seconds left.
Just a diving catch, sliding into the boards. I think Dixie's trying to see if the clock is right.
Well, they were also fumbling with the chains over there. Yeah, and the referee's saying, okay, did he get out of bounds? He got out of bounds.
Just a little quirk of the arena.
Yes.
They need about maybe 5 or 10 yards so that the speakers will be out of the way on a field goal attempt. The speakers are a little towards the right, looking left to right, the right side of the field.
That's right.
And so they're kind of working against that right now.
Yes. Well, Demery Croft has gone about to every player to tell them what this play is going to be, just to make sure they know. Could be the last play of the game if it takes a while. Here's Croft looking deep. It's going to be the last play. And caught and fighting for more yardage, but the clock's going to run out. Out of time are the Sugar Skulls. And unfortunately, it was enough for the first down. But that's as far as they get. Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls Instant Replay presenting sponsor, as you see the completion. But it's going to end the half. Sugar Skulls get the ball first, Jay, but they're down 27-17.
Yep. Well, unfortunate turn of events there on that onside kick, but that's Kevin Guide. That's why he's, winning his coach, one of the winningest coaches in indoor football history.
Well,
Dixie's looking like he's trying to get some time back on the clock.
Dixie's wondering if they shouldn't have more time on the clock. He's not going to win that argument, though, as he heads off here at halftime. Now, coming up at halftime here on the CW Tucson, Sugar Skulls football presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. We'll show you some scores from around the rest of the IFL. Also, first half recap in what has been a terrifically entertaining game here at Tucson Arena. And Jay, this is a game where we've seen plenty of offense. We've seen a little defense as well.
we have, the Sugar Skulls aren't playing poorly. It was the swap on the onside kick. They had the lead. They're playing a good game. They just, a couple of breaks right there that went the Rattlers' way.
Let's take a break here. It is the Sugar Skulls trailing the Arizona Rattlers 27-17 here at halftime of Tucson Sugar Skulls on the CW Tucson, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
This is really tough. I mean, I like what number 1 said, but I got to go with number 3.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the stylish and sporty 2021 Blazer from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with Blazers starting at only $24,026 and over $6,000 off on tracks. O'Reilly.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our...
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
All right, welcome back inside the Boneyard, Tucson Arena. It's Tucson Sugar Skulls football, where they trail the Arizona Rattlers by the score of 27-17 at halftime. It's really been the two standout receivers, right? You've got Jared Harrington catching 2 touchdowns, and Jay, you've also got Ryan Valentine catching 2 touchdowns for the Sugar Skulls.
Right. We had talked about the Sugar Skulls needing to keep Drew Powell from running for a lot of yards. Well, he hasn't. He's only run for 15 yards, but he's been efficient with the pass. A couple of touchdown passes, and that's got the Rattlers ahead of the Sugar Skulls.
Sugar Skulls have 1 interception, but the Rattlers, really, the turning point in that first half was their onside kick.
Right, yeah, that onside kick. When Sugar Skulls thought they were going to get possession with about a minute left, they didn't, and then the Rattlers went down and put a touchdown on the board. You're up 10. Sugar Skulls get the ball back, but they're going to be behind at least a score.
Yeah, and you wonder what Dixie's going to tell his team at halftime. This is a team that's lost 4 in a row, sitting at 1-5. Again, though they're in a game, they were in the similar position, I think, a couple of weeks ago when they were in Phoenix playing the Rattlers. They were down a couple of scores. They ended up taking the lead briefly, only to lose by a couple of scores.
Right. Well, they were down 30-13 in that game, and they were down big, made a big run. But then, as he said, couldn't finish it, and the Rattlers won that game going away. So the Sugar Skulls need to come out they've got to put a touchdown on the board on this first possession. They can't make a mistake. It can get away from them if they don't, and then try and get a stop and get back in it.
You wonder as well the comfort level of Demery Croft. I think we see each week he looks a little bit more comfortable. We're not seeing certainly some of those miscues, the ones that don't even show up in the box score a lot of times, but you know the plays that we only saw one play that really kind of was their fault, and they weren't able to
right,
get
you know,
positive yards.
But it's in a game like this, it's little things. You know, a bad handoff. You don't get the onside kick. You know, somebody misses a block. It's those little things that you know, it costs you a score or a touchdown or whatever. You know, the Rattlers made a big mistake when they gave the Sugar Skulls a holding penalty down in the zone, and that gave the Sugar Skulls a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and there's that onside kick, and really, you know, that onside kick straight up the middle, it's really a numbers game, and the Sugar Skulls don't have the numbers necessarily to stop a swarm of Rattlers coming right at them in the middle of the field for that onside kick.
Well, you got to give the Rattlers credit there. It was perfectly executed. A lot of times that kick doesn't bounce right. You know, somebody doesn't see it. It hits somebody early. They just executed it perfectly. They got the ball and did what they needed to do. And those are the things that happen. When you're a good team, you can do things like that. You execute things like that. That tells you that they work on that play in special teams, and they made it work today.
Yeah, they certainly did. Well, a lot of fun being had here, of course, by the Sugar Skulls fans and some Rattlers fans who made their way down from Phoenix. The in-game entertainment is top-notch here. A lot of it due to that Skull Squad that we see running around in the red warm-up suits. And you know what? That color's fitting for the uniforms that the Sugar Skulls are wearing tonight.
Absolutely. I love the red. I love the red. So we've got a promo coming out here, and they got a couple of toilets on the field.
Yeah, well,
you know what's about to happen?
Went to a football game, and some toilets wound up on the middle of the field.
Well, Strong Built is a plumbing company.
That's right.
So it's got to have something to do with that, right?
Strong Built is the sponsor of our Sugar Skulls Military Appreciation Game Night. So thank you to Strong Built on this Military Appreciation Night. And we'll be back. You are watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football, trailing 27-17 at halftime to the Rattlers on the CW Tucson.
If your work truck isn't a truck, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Is your car helping scouts earn merit badges? Get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now, TucsonSugarSkulls.com. That's Tucson Sugar.
If your airbag used to carry your lunch, it's time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If you can't stand the heat, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
At Desert Diamond, we don't just support our troops, we reward them. All active duty, retired, and veteran service members enjoy immediate benefits, including $20 free play each month and dining discounts with our Tribute Rewards card. We're the only casino with a military rewards card, and signing up is free and easy. The Tribute Rewards card, only at Desert Diamond, the safest place where service members play.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
We're back on Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. It's halftime, 27-17. It's the Rattlers with the lead over the Sugar Skulls. And we've got some scores to look at as well from around the rest of the Indoor Football League and Major League Baseball as well. You see Duke City leading Northern Arizona. It's interesting because the Sugar Skulls' only win is over Duke City, and they just lost last week to Northern Arizona. So
exactly.
Go figure.
Exactly. Yeah, go figure. Who knows what? You got Frisco having a tough time with the Massachusetts Pirates.
Right. Frisco 5-0, the only undefeated team. Massachusetts Pirates at 4-3 after coming in here a couple of weeks ago and getting the win in a hard-fought game.
That was a tough game.
Yeah, lost on a last-second field, or no time left on the field goal. So go figure that. And the Diamondbacks and Giants just getting underway in Phoenix. And
Diamondbacks are having a tough time.
Oh, they are. Just one of those seasons. Just nothing can go right, and it's not for them. So that scores around the IFL, and one Major League game of interest here in the Grand Canyon State. But right now, this is the game that pits two in-state rivals together. And so far, it's the Rattlers having the better of it.
Well, the Sugar Skulls are still in it, but they're going to have to step up and make a play. Get a stop, get a couple of scores. This is going to be a critical first possession.
Yeah, and don't forget, we'll see those Albuquerque Duke City Gladiators coming in here next Saturday night. So we'll have another game for you here on the CW Tucson, or you can watch on YouTube as well. It's Sugar Skulls football, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet again next week. And we'll be back with more coming up. Second half action in a game that is still up for grabs. The Sugar Skulls down 27-17 to Arizona. Stay with us on the CW Tucson.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now. TucsonSugarskulls.com. That's TucsonSugarskulls.com.
At FEMA Community College, learn your way. This fall, classes are offered in person or online. Earn the degree or certificate you need to prepare for the career you want. PCC offers free career exploration classes, so you can choose a field that's right for you. Fall semester starts August 19th, so make your someday today. To learn more about our programs or financial aid options, visit fema.edu.
It's the Boneyard at Tucson Arena, and it is Jason Barr standing by with Dixie Wood. Jason.
Dixie, your team has already come back point deficit earlier this game to take the lead. How do you do it again?
We just got to execute on every play. You know, it's a long game. It's 2 quarters, so we just got to execute every play, and then we got to come out on defense and get some stops.
How do you defend a guy like Gerard Harrington, who always seems to find a way to get open and get a first down?
We just got to know where he is. You know, that play he opened up, it was wide open, you know, because we had blue coverage on it. But we went to halftime, we adjusted to it. Now we know exactly where he is, and it shouldn't happen no more.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pat, Jay?
All right, Jason, and it is about adjustments. You know that you go into the locker room, you make adjustments to your Dixie Wooten. If you go into the locker room up by 10 and you're Kevin Guy, you're making different adjustments to maybe even look ahead. It's a chess match.
Right. Oh, that's exactly what it is. And the great coaches are the ones that are great at halftime. And it's going to be interesting to see who makes the adjustments. Look, Dixie's not getting out coached. He's one of the better coaches in the league. Kevin's one of the best. He's not going to get out coached. And they know each other. It's just going to be interesting to see. Okay, we're going to do this. We think they're going to do that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Jared Harrington.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But he's killing them. He's got 5 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's just been open.
The best thing you can say if you're a Sugar Skulls fan is we get the ball first.
We've already said
unless they execute an onside kick.
Exactly. This is a big possession for the outcome of this game right here. The Sugar Skulls have got to get a score.
Trailing by 10 now after that extra possession, the Rattlers were able to steal really with that onside kick. You have to look at it that way.
Jason Barr's got to get out of the way.
Get out of the way, Jason. He did. He's out of the way.
Don't get run over, Jason.
Lacayo ready to kick this one off for the second half. He does. It's a little shorter. Juju Augustine straight up the middle. No, he's tripped up big time at the 10-yard line. Well done by DJ Williams on the kick coverage. 10-yard line, though, that's an average starting position, like the 20 in the outdoor game.
Right. That's all right. You're not backed up in your end zone, so you've got a shot.
Special teams have played a part in this game. You've had a blocked extra point. You've had an onside kick that was recovered.
A couple of good returns.
Still looking for a really, really good return from the Sugar Skulls, but that may happen a little later on here as we get the second half underway. So we've got Demery Croft. Mike Jones splits out left. Croft sends his 2 receivers in motion. He's back, looks deep, throws deep, and it's Ballantyne, and it's intercepted. That's an interception by Dylan Winfrey, and Winfrey returns it all the way past midfield down to the 22-yard line. Just overthrew him.
He did. It looked like he had him. And that's the worst thing that he could have asked for. First play, interception going back the other way.
Now he intercepts it sliding down there at the goal line, and then he directs traffic, does Winfrey. Boy, they just cannot have that happen.
That was unfortunate.
And that had been, something that popped up a few times early in the season for Demery Croft were interceptions. He kind of taken care of that, but last week he was really good. This week he'd been good up to that point.
Well, it looked like Brett Ballantyne had broken into the open, but the defensive back came across, and he actually had that pretty much all the way.
Back to work goes Powell, leading by 10, throws it out to his receiver, Lassane. Lassane picks up just a couple, swarming defense, and tackled after a short 2-yard gain.
So Sugar Skulls, this is a point where this game can get away from them right here. They can take a stand and get themselves back in it. But this is a very key possession for the Rattlers and for the Sugar Skulls.
Kevin Guy instructed Powell what the play should be. Powell has an empty backfield all to himself as Lassane is the slot receiver there. There's a fake handoff and kept by Powell, and he high steps one tackler, and he's brought down finally by Elam, who kind of corralled him there, rode him for a couple of yards, then was able to drop him.
Yeah, Powell's a powerful guy. He carried him a little bit, made a great run, and they're in position.
6'3", 220 is what Powell's listed at, and he looked every bit of that as Elam tried to tackle him down at the hips.
He made a great move on Juju Augustine, who's playing defense right now. He's a wide receiver, but he's on the defensive side right now, and Juju just kind of whiffed on him, and Powell got some extra yards there.
Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls instant replay presenter. And we thank them for that. Gotta love the red jerseys. Even some of the fans have picked up that red jersey.
They have.
Powell, first and goal. The quick toss over to Pelletier, and he's in for the touchdown. Arizona Rattlers jump out 23-17, 33-17, awaiting the extra point.
That's what the Rattlers do. Again, we've said it before. They come out and they just start to pound you, and they're creating some distance between themselves, and the Sugar Skulls have got to set up. But you know what? They were further behind the last time they played them. So there's a lot of football left to play, but there's some things that got to happen for the Sugar Skulls here, and they've got to get on it right now.
Waiting the extra point here by Lacayo. It's up, and it's good. 34-17, doubling up the Sugar Skulls to this point. See if Tucson has the answer when we come back. You're watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now. TucsonSugarskulls.com. That's TucsonSugarskulls.com.
At FEMA Community College, learn your way. This fall, classes are offered in person or online. Earn the degree or certificate you need to prepare for the career you want. PCC offers free career exploration classes, so you can choose a field that's right for you. Fall semester starts August 19th, so make your someday today. To learn more about our programs or financial aid options, visit fema.edu.
We are back. Sugar Skulls now down 34-17 to the Rattlers. It's t-shirt toss time here at the Boneyard. And don't forget, it's also Military Appreciation Night. And it is the Sugar Skulls Military Appreciation Game Night presented by Strongbuilt. We thank them for that, and we thank all those who serve for everything they do and what a sacrifice they make, and we appreciate that. At this point, Jay, you feel the game slipping away. The Sugar Skulls have to find a way to get the football into the end zone. No more turnovers.
Right. They're in a position now where they can't make any more mistakes, and they made a couple. We talked about that in the keys to the game at the top. They've done a good job on containing Drew Powell. We're still trying to see if they can finish strong. They started strong because they were in the game early, but big mistakes. The onside kick and now a pick that coming out of the half.
Sugar Skulls had a 17-13 lead, and now they find themselves trailing. That's a nice spin move by Peterson. Jazarick Peterson with the return. So changing things up a little bit. Jazarick Peterson for the first time we've called his name.
Well, the Sugar Skulls had two guys deep, so one of them could block for the other because they just weren't getting much on the kick return. So they had a blocker right there for them, and so picked up a few extra yards.
Yeah, Ed Harrington, who was on kick coverage, got blocked, and that gave him a few extra yards out to the 14. So one of the better starting positions we've seen field-wise for the Sugar Skulls tonight.
They've got to make something happen right here. And they don't have to score quickly. They just got to score. There's plenty of time.
Don't have to go for the home run right now. And kept by Croft on the read option, and Croft gets a couple.
That was a big hit.
Every time they try to hand off, though, there's somebody in the backfield.
Right.
And
right.
You see Nova Home Loans is our presenting sponsor of the replay. He kept it on the read option, and then, yeah,
the Rattlers been in the backfield a good amount of the time tonight. The Sugar Skulls offensive line just having a tough go, but the Rattlers have good players, and it's as simple as that. They've got good players. They've got a big, strong defensive line. You got Craig Evans going at 320. I mean, you know, it's a tough go.
Yeah, it really is. Larry Tharp, the right end from the U of A. Well, that's illegal procedure. The center didn't snap the ball. That's what happened.
False start. Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Well, you have to call it on somebody.
I was going to say.
But really, that's not snapping the ball. And
that false start was kind of on everybody.
Yeah.
That was a team penalty.
We won't call out a receiver for a ball that wasn't snapped on time. We'll try this again. Croft over the middle. Oh, big hit. Held on to though by Ballantyne. Ballantyne out for the first down to midfield.
Got just enough.
Yes.
That was another big hit.
It was. He gets up fine, Ryan Ballantyne does, but
for anybody who's ever questioning whether or not this is real football.
Yes.
Just take a look at that
here's
play.
What you have to remember. You think about a Harrington, you think about a Ballantyne, smaller guys on the field.
Right.
They're college slot receivers who come out here, and slot receivers do very well in this game, but they also take big hits when they're over the middle. Oh, that ball was thrown a little outside of Malik Stanley, who was well covered, certainly at the same time by Pearson, but that ball was a little off the mark.
Right, good coverage by the Rattlers there. Croft had some time, took some time, but a little off on the throw.
I like how Dixie coaches while he calls the play.
Every play.
Yeah.
He's coaching on every single play.
It's still a rookie in Demery Croft. Yes, it's game number 7 of the season, but he never even stepped on an indoor field. His first thing he said to me after the first week was, I couldn't get over it, that it's more like carpet.
Yeah.
The field is. It's not like being outdoors. And it's not. Ballantyne, touchdown, Sugar Skulls, his 3rd of the game.
Great look by Demery Croft. It looked like he wasn't open, but he threaded it in there. The defensive back tried to make a play on it, and Ryan Ballantyne kept his concentration, made the catch, backed into the end zone, touchdown. It's exactly what the Sugar Skulls needed.
Exactly what they needed. Here's a replay by Nova Home Loans, and yeah, you talk about threading the needle. It was placed only where Ballantyne could catch it.
I don't know how the defensive back didn't get to that.
Right back in it. The crowd's right back in it. We're right back in it. Got to get this extra point to cut it to a 10-point deficit. Jimmy Camacho. Center didn't snap the ball again. Was it?
I'm not sure what's happening there.
Was it the defense that jumped? Going to sort this out. 7:38 to go here in this 3rd quarter, so plenty of time as they try to cut this down to a 10-point deficit. They're just going to say no play.
False start. Kicky team. Everybody but the center. 5-yard penalty. The try will be from the 8.
Ty Drews, you could not be more right. Everybody moved. One exception, the center, and the second exception would be the holder didn't move. But other than that, everybody moved.
Great call. Great call.
It really was.
All right, let's try this again.
Camacho from the 15, add on 8, 23 yards for the extra point. Oh, high snap. And it's kind of the fire drill, and they're just going to throw it away as Camacho. Wow. Now there's a penalty flag. Is it going to be an illegal defense?
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Nobody went down. So
okay, so it can't be that because there was nobody down there. Somebody's limping off the field.
Defense, number 98. In the neutral zone at the snap. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
So it should be back down to 3 then. No, that shouldn't.
Yeah.
How do you figure
it's
that?
Half the distance.
But that's a quirky. That's a quirky thing.
They went 5 yards
I know,
back,
but now it's
only
distance.
4 yards back up.
So from
the
the 8
way.
to the 4.
Yeah.
It's just
I can do that.
Silliness. Good for you. Camacho will try this again. The 3rd attempt at cutting the deficit to 10. And it's up and it's good. So 34-24, 6:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And you're watching Sugar Skulls football in the CW Tucson. It is brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
This is really tough. I mean, I like what number 1 said, but I got to go with number 3.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the stylish and sporty 2021 Blazer from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with Blazers starting at only $24,026 and over $6,000 off on tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
Thanks for joining us on Tucson Sugar Skulls football here on the CW Tucson, also on Fox Sports 1450. And Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls instant replay presenter. Saw the extra point that was up and good. We're seeing some extra points being kicked here. That was a little off. A little wide right. Not quite as good as Jimmy Camacho.
The first kicker looked like he'd done that before. He took his shoe off, he stepped it off, he drilled it, he just missed it.
Saw a Military Appreciation Game Night presenter, Strong Built. Our thanks to them as well. And it's a ball game again, 34-24. Down by 10 are the Sugar Skulls, but what a football game we're seeing tonight from Ryan Valentine, the star receiver that starred for so many years with the Iowa Barnstormers, and now in his first season here with Dixie Wooten in Tucson.
He's doing what all the Sugar Skulls fans hoped Ryan Valentine was going to do, and that's a few games in a row now. So let's see what the defense can do now. They're going to have to step up. They've got to get a stop. Right now would be a good time to get one, but there's a lot of time left. But they got to make something happen here.
And it was Duke City 52-38, the final over Northern Arizona. So Duke City will be here. Well, there's a nice coverage to keep them to the 6-yard line. Duke City coming here next week, but tonight, first things first, Sugar Skulls and Rattlers in Arizona will have the ball at the 7-yard line with a 10-point lead.
Well, the Sugar Skulls ordered up a line drive kick that got kicked into the corner. It took a little bit of time for the Rattlers to corral it. Coverage got down there, got him down to the 7-yard line. It's a good spot for the Sugar Skulls. This would be a good place to make a stand and get back in this.
Each team with an interception to this point. And the other difference in the game was the onside kick.
Right.
It was recovered by the Rattlers.
We keep talking about that, but a play like that is a game turner.
It really is.
It's a game turner, and that's exactly what it did for this game, but the Sugar Skulls have to do something to flip that back over.
Drew Powell, he pitches it to his running back, Lassane. Lassane breaks one tackle, and he stopped at the 17 and falls forward to the 19 near the 20-yard line. So a nice pickup for a first down. He had a little bit of running room once he made a man miss.
He's a big guy. For a field like this size, if he gets a little bit of room to run, he's hard to get. He's hard to bring down,
These are Sugar Skull down. Might be Delando Boyd. And the training staff comes out. No, he's going to, he's thinking about getting up. Yeah, it's Boyd, and he's up. But with the training staff coming out, they may make him sit out of play.
Right, he's going to have to come off the field.
Yeah, unless you use
Juju Augustine has already come on the field to take his place.
Which is fine. Again, Juju playing both ways at times now.
Yeah, he's run back some kicks. I think we've seen him at receiver tonight, but we've seen him a little bit on defense.
Yes. Seen him a lot this season at wide receiver, as a matter of fact. But he's being pressed into service on the defensive backfield, and at least for a play, while Delondo Boyd is being attended to. Here's Drew Powell. He's got a fresh set of downs here from his own 20-yard line with a 34-24 lead. Powell under pressure, sidesteps, and he slips out of a sack, and then he dances his way out. And into the stands goes Drew Powell. There's some Rattlers fans down there along with the Sugar Skulls fans. So no harm, no foul. Picks up 1 yard after all that.
Well, they had a chance at him in the backfield. It looked like he was trapped. There were 2 guys back there who had him. He broke loose, which is what he does. And there he goes. He got shoved into the seats.
Dele Harding was the first man back there. And, you know, you think you got him and you don't got him.
But after all that, he only picked up 3 yards.
Yep. And there's another score. Look at this. The Massachusetts Pirates have upset the Frisco Fighters. First loss of the season for Frisco as they lose 38-37.
There you go.
So
and
now
that's good for everybody, but especially good for the Rattlers.
If they win this game, they would be both at 1 loss on the season. Nice open field tackle by Boyd, who just came back in the game.
Great tackle. It looked like Lassane was going to break that outside, and Boyd was right there. Just a sure tackle, got him. They've got the Rattlers in a tough spot right now.
3rd and 7 is the official distance. It's a long 7.
This is a play where you got to keep track of Drew Powell. This is where he'll go back to pass and then find an opening and he'll get you a first down. So you got to track him.
You got to identify Harrington and then keep your eye on Powell. It's a lot to do as a defense. Powell, he throws underneath, and breaking a tackle is Miles. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and Miles is just really quick.
He has found an opening on the right sideline, right by the boards, and there it is, first down to the 5-yard line.
An ASU product.
That's sad to hear.
Yeah, it really is.
If you're from Tucson.
You're from Tucson, Jamal Miles.
Or if you're a U of A grad.
That's it. Now 1st and goal now for the Rattlers. Talk about getting stops. There are time to get stops, not just now, but you certainly need them in the 4th quarter as well. Tucson Sugar Skulls football brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet. First down now for Drew Powell. Under center, hands off to Lassane. Lassane tries to hurdle his way in, but he's stopped short. Does pick up about 3. Might even pick up 4 down to the 1. O'Reilly Chevrolet, a presenting sponsor for Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
Dixie's saying something to his defense over there right now.
He's pleading with them. It's one of those areas where a veteran like Drew Powell has so many options, and you have to worry about so much about what he can do.
Exactly. I mean, he can keep the ball, he can hand it off, he can find a receiver. He's got Harrington out there and Jeremiah Harris on the left. A lot can happen here.
So Miles swings around behind him, under center. Powell pitches it to Lassane, and he's in for the touchdown. Arizona strikes again. The Rattlers extend their lead.
That was a great drive by the Rattlers. You know, they had the big pass play. They were in a little trouble at midfield and just made things happen. Get the touchdown and taking charge again.
Nick Lassane, 2nd touchdown, filling in for Daryl Monroe, their standout running back. They're not missing a beat with Lassane tonight.
They sure aren't. He's a big, powerful guy, and he just bruised his way into the end zone right there. Didn't even get knocked down.
Sugar Skulls have been averaging 39.7 points giving up per game, and the Rattlers just went past that. Of course, the Rattlers number 1 offense in the league, so that's not surprising. Ooh, missed extra point though. There's a small break. 40-24, 109 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back. It's Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
We're back here at the Boneyard. The other member of our broadcast team, Jason Barr, standing by. Jason?
All right, I'm with Sugar Skulls owner Kathy Guy. Kathy, how do you balance rooting for your team while your husband's coaching the other team?
Well, I always root for this team because, this is our hometown team that we all, this is where my priority is. Obviously we're Rattlers fans as well, but when we're here playing in the Boneyard, I'm rooting for the Sugar Skulls.
Put your football cap on right now. What does your team need to do to overcome this deficit?
I'm not the football expert, but we need to stop them. For starters,
you can't trade scores with them right now. Yeah.
Right, no, we need to stop them so that we can try to get ahead. And they did a good job when we played up in Phoenix. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get in there and stop them at least once or twice.
Maybe this will be the Sugar Skulls' time to do well in the fourth quarter. Yeah. All right, Sugar Skulls owner Kathy Guy, thank you so much. Pat, Jay.
Great to hear from Kathy. Thank you very much, Jason. And you're going to root for the Sugar Skulls.
Of course.
She's the owner, along with Kevin Guy and Ali Farhang. But this is a Sugar Skulls game, and big hit. But Juju Smith bounces off that, and he's off to the races. And that's the kind of return you'd like to see as Juju Augustine makes it all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right now. They've got great field position. Maybe they can get a quick score, try and get back out here and get a stop. But that was perfect. It was a great play by Juju. He got hit, and he got hit hard. He just bounced off and found an opening.
Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Sugar Skulls Instant Replay presenting sponsor, as we are under a minute left here in the third quarter, and terrific starting position for the Sugar Skulls. They're having problems getting the chains again.
The Hooters chains.
And, of course, we really want to thank our presenting sponsor for Tucson Sugar Skulls football, O'Reilly Chevrolet. They are a hallmark here in the community, and certainly a terrific partner to have for Tucson Sugar Skulls football. And if you notice, but the dasher board down there, O'Reilly Chevrolet, they're almost lined up right with that right now, the Sugar Skulls football.
Exactly. They always try to do that.
Back to work goes Croft, and that's a quick little hit out to the right flat, and the ball's caught by Marquise Irvin, and that's about an 8-yard pickup.
Good quick pass, good quick gain on first down. Just keep the chains moving, get down there, get a quick score, and stay in this.
Trailing 40-24 right now, but we're approaching the fourth quarter, and there's still plenty of time to come back in this game. We've seen it before.
Scores happen fast in indoor football.
They really do. They certainly do. There's the fake pitch by Croft. Croft's going to throw out to Mike Jones. Jones breaks a tackle, buries his head, and dives forward to the 1-yard line.
Wow.
He's just so powerful.
Wow.
And quick for his size.
Right.
He really is.
He made the catch, made a guy miss.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is the end of the third quarter, but you've got to appreciate the nifty footwork there by Mike Jones. We're going to take a break. Sugar Skulls knocking on the door, trailing 40-24 after 3 quarters of play. Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If your airbag used to carry your lunch, it's time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If you can't stand the heat, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
At Desert Diamond, we don't just support our troops, we reward them. All active duty, retired, and veteran service members enjoy immediate benefits, including $20 free play each month and dining discounts with our Tribute Rewards card. We're the only casino with a military rewards card, and signing up is free and easy. The Tribute Rewards card, only at Desert Diamond, the safest place where service members play.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
40-24, Arizona leading Tucson as we start the fourth quarter. Tucson's sports station, Fox Sports 1450 KTZR. Jay Gonzalez, your radio station, proud to stream our broadcast as well.
Loving it. Gives us a chance to promo it during the week, so absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great partnership. It is the Sugar Skulls knocking on the door right here. Demery Croft has them at the 1-yard line. And the ball's on the ground, and it's out, and that is a turnover. The Rattlers have recovered. That's exactly what you don't need if you're the Tucson Sugar Skulls, and if you're the Rattlers, it couldn't have bounced any better.
Couldn't have had anything worse happen right there than that. I mean, it was anything but that on that particular play. Not sure what happened there. Here's the replay.
That was supposed to be a jet sweep kind of play, and I think Demery Croft thought that he was going to give it to Malik Stanley, and Stanley never took the football, and then the ball came out. Yep.
That's exactly what you couldn't have happen now. I think the Sugar Skulls are in big trouble with this right now.
Yep. Well, that's a turnover on a fumble, and that makes it, if you're keeping score on the turnovers, and those are big, it's 2-1 now with Arizona having an interception and a fumble recovery, and Tucson having the 1 interception.
And that's even if you don't count the onside kick as a turnover.
Kick, right.
Which essentially it was.
It is. So back to work goes Powell. The fakes the handoff, sidesteps one tackle, but then he's brought down with some authority.
The defense has to stay in this game. There's still a lot of time. You can get the ball back, get some quick scores. There's still time, but they've got to make something happen right here. They've got to keep track of Drew Powell. It looks like he's starting to keep the ball a little bit more, keep running some clock.
And there's those scores we talked about earlier. Duke City, the winner. They'll be coming here next week. And, of course, it was the Pirates of Massachusetts with the big upset of Frisco. And there's Powell, nobody to throw to. Then he finds a wide-open receiver against the boards, and that was Miles. Jamal Miles kind of found an opening there.
Well, he just had too much time right there.
Yeah.
The defense couldn't get in the backfield there. He had all kinds of time, just looked around. It's hard to, when you've got 4 guys trying to cover on a field like this, they're going to be spread out. You're going to find a guy.
Yeah, the Arizona Rattlers for the time being are tied. They'll be tied if they win this game, and that has significant implications for seeding when you get towards the playoffs. Still got a long way to go before the playoffs, but we're at about the halfway point of the season, maybe just a little bit past for some teams. So the quick pitch there from Powell to Miles again.
A little bit of a bobble on the pitch there. If that ball could have gotten loose, but it didn't. So they are where they are.
They picked up 7 down to the 15. Here's a Nova Home Loans replay. Just kind of flipped it as quick as soon as he could turn.
As soon as he got it.
Well, they're doing pretty much everything right now are the Arizona Rattlers. They've had a couple of missed extra points and an interception. Other than that, you can't really critique this and have a negative critique.
Right, they're keeping the clock moving. You know, they've got second and 3. It's just methodical.
Another pitch the other way, this time to Lassane. Lassane fights his way down to the 8-yard line. Maybe the 9, but it'll be enough for a first down. Kind of squeezed his way through here. It is Military Appreciation Game Night. The Tucson Sugar Skulls Military Appreciation Game Night presenter is Strongbill. We appreciate them.
Well, the Rattlers are just grinding it right now,
Yes.
and that's all they're doing. They know they've got everything on their side right now. They're just grinding it, running the ball. They don't even have to throw the ball if they don't want to.
And they fake the toss. Powell under pressure, steps back, throws, and Harrington was there, but it was pretty well defended, I think, by Elam, right?
That was a dangerous pass because I think Elam was looking to knock the ball down, but I think if he was looking to catch, he would have had a shot at that. If the ball got thrown behind Harrington, he might have had a crack at it.
Well, that's a break they really needed if Elam could have corralled that pass, but instead, 2nd and goal from the 9. Under 11 minutes to play now. Sugar Skulls are going to need something big to happen here.
Right, the Rattlers are just kind of taking their time all along the way, using up some clock.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Drew Powell. Powell under pressure by several Sugar Skulls, just throws it away, and probably wisely so, and he was outside the tackle box, so he was fine throwing it away.
Well, that's a strong arm to throw that, because
It is.
He was backpedaling, threw it off his back foot, and threw it out into the Rattlers bench.
You know, Drew Powell can win games in a lot of different ways. Drew Powell can win games with his arm. He can win games with his legs. He's kind of just controlled this game well this time. It's not as if he's having a fantastic offensive performance tonight.
Right.
He's just been very much in control.
He's in control, and he's not making mistakes. You know, he had the one pick, but you know, there've been other plays, other opportunities where he's just done the right thing.
Speaking of the right thing, touchdown Arizona Rattlers. This one is complete.
And I think that's a flag.
Pelletier with the, there's lots of flags, but Pelletier is the one who caught the touchdown pass, and that could just about do it. Still 9:20 left, but that's a big deficit.
Yep, up against the wall now for sure. But again, made a good safe pass right there. Threw it to the corner where only one person could possibly
After
catch
the play is
that.
over, unsportsmanlike
And they get a
conduct.
touchdown.
Offense number 8, tossing the ball into the stands. That's his first of the game. The 15-yard penalty will be banked and enforced following the succeeding kickoff. Result of the play, touchdown.
Banking means, yes, you'll carry it over to whatever the field position the Sugar Skulls end up with the ball. They'll get 15 yards tacked on to that.
Dixie Wooten's still coaching over there. He's got, I'm not sure who he had over there.
I think it was Batiste he was over there talking to, number 20. There's the extra point. And it's good. So 47-24 now. A little bit of an odd score with some extra points missed, 2 of them.
Right.
But 47-24, it's a commanding lead. The Sugar Skulls will get the ball, get that extra 15, and try to get something done. We're going to take a timeout here. Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Saturdays in Tucson are made for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get your tickets now for the next Sugar Skulls matchup at the Tucson Convention Center. It's the Boneyard, the home of the Sugar Skulls. And it's rockin' this summer with the hardest hitting, fastest action, and most family fun in professional sports. Tucson Sugar Skulls football is presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now. TucsonSugarSkulls.com. That's TucsonSugarSkulls.com.
At FEMA Community College, learn your way. This fall, classes are offered in person or online. Earn the degree or certificate you need to prepare for the career you want. PCC offers free career exploration classes, so you can choose a field that's right for you. Fall semester starts August 19th, so make your someday today. To learn more about our programs or financial aid options, visit fema.edu.
Having a good time, despite the score right now, are the Sugar Skulls fans?
They're still having fun out there, doing a little YMCA, but and that's what it's about. I mean, you're still having fun. The fans are still into it. Their team is losing, but you create an atmosphere here. You're trying to have a lot of fun.
Well, it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks who the Phoenix Suns play in the NBA Finals as the Bucks beat the Hawks tonight and advance to face the Suns.
Well, there you go.
I've
got the Suns in that.
they start Tuesday, Thursday in Phoenix, right?
I've got the Suns in that series.
I do too. Love the way they're playing. Love the fact that the Suns have seen the emergence that we all knew would happen from DeAndre Ayton.
Right. That guy was such a beast in his 1 year at Arizona.
He was.
It's taken him a little bit to get going in the NBA, but he's gotten it going. He's making himself a lot of money right now because
He really is.
He's got a contract coming up, and he's making a lot of money.
Yep. There's the big 15-yard mark off. Yep. So, when you can start at your opponent's 15, not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Get a quick one on the board here and see what happens.
Yeah. And the Sugar Skulls have had the ball 3 times. This will be the 4th time they had. In the 3 possessions, they had an interception, a touchdown, and a fumble.
Yeah.
And that's just you got to clean that up.
Well, those are the things that you can't can't happen. And again, we talked about that at the top of the show with the keys to the game. Avoid the big mistakes, and they haven't avoided the big mistakes.
Down 47-24. Demery Croft throws over the middle. Mike Jones right in the middle, and he finds his way down to the 3. Nice pickup. And pick up 12 on first down.
He hurts people when he runs. I just wouldn't want to get in his way. But, again, Mike Jones, it seems every time he's touched the ball tonight, he's made something happen.
Nova Home Loans is the exclusive Sugar Skulls Instant Replay presenting sponsor. We thank them. And we'd like to thank the Sugar Skulls for scoring if they could oblige us right now. They really need a touchdown here, as we're closing in on the 7:30 mark left here in the 4th quarter. Croft hands it right to Mike Jones. Around end.
Did he get in?
I think they're going to say he's just short. And the far linesman comes in. Yeah, he's going to mark it about a foot short. Maybe about a football length short. Mike Jones
looks good in that red uniform.
He does. Just always moving forward. Yeah, he couldn't stretch the ball. He stretched the ball out, but he had it kind of down at his waist. Yeah. All right, 2nd and goal here. Be nice to get this in right now and get the clock stopped after the extra point. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Last time they were down here, they fumbled.
Exactly. Take care of the ball right here.
Yes. Croft keeps it this time, and he falls down. He's actually pulled down a little bit, still short. He bounced into the end zone, but he was already down. So that brings up 3rd down and short.
They're running clock here. That's the issue right now. You need to punch this in. Can that get any closer to the goal line?
I don't know. He almost did stick it out there in time. It was close. Yeah, I'm not sure you can get any closer. Yeah, don't forget, Duke City comes here next week. You can see the game again here on the CW Tucson and on YouTube streaming. Croft keeps it himself. Sugar Skulls touchdown, trying to bring his team back.
Very easy, just a pitch around the corner. Run around the corner, real easy. He threw the ball into the seats, and I don't think the ref saw that.
No, he did it less dramatically.
Right. That could have been a 15-yard penalty right there.
Could have.
They missed it. All right, that's all right. We're good with that. But just a little over 5 minutes left. You're going to try some onside kicks here and try and get the ball back. They make the extra point. They're technically down 2 scores.
Yeah, they're going for 2 here.
Oh, they are.
So hold on. They're going for 2. They might want to hustle. Remember, the clock still runs here.
Runs.
There needs to be just a little bit of urgency here for the Sugar Skulls. Now they're lined up. They've got two receivers at the line on the right. They've got Ballantyne in motion and Mike Jones. They fake the handoff to Jones as Croft. He looks. He's got nowhere to go. And then he throws it for the touchdown, the two-point conversion to Stanley. What a heads-up play by Croft. He was running, then he saw Malik Stanley by himself, flipped him the ball.
It was a heads-up play. It looked like he was going to get across the line of scrimmage and just tossed it out there, and there he was. 2 points.
Now they cut the lead to 47-30 with that nifty little play. Heads up, just kind of shot puts it. Now we're going to take a break. Sugar Skulls, well, they're kind of back in this thing as they score the touchdown, get the two-point conversion. We'll be back with more. You're watching Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson, brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
Back here at the Boneyard, 3,434 paid attendance.
There you go. There you go.
That's not a bad crowd. Yeah. We've got the score corrected too, 47-32. So down 2 scores.
Right, down 2 scores. They've given themselves a shot.
We want to thank Strongbuilt, proud to be the Sugar Skulls official military game night presenter. Strongbuilt.
Let's see if Dixie elects to do the onside kick here, if maybe it's a little early. I don't know. They've got to get a stop either way.
The Rattlers are lined up like they're expecting it.
Yeah.
Down 15.
It looks like that's what they're going to do.
It's Camacho, and he does. And it's a high. It was a high kick that came up, but unfortunately, the Rattlers were able to recover. It was hanging there in the air for just a second. And unfortunately, Delando Boyd had kind of run past that play.
Well, it got past the front line, which is what you want to do, but there wasn't anybody there to get it. Took a good bounce, the bounce that they're looking for.
Yeah, he got his hand on it, but just couldn't get it. Now that's unfortunate.
Kicking team number 21, 5-yard penalty, first down Rattlers.
Well, he would have been offsides anyway.
Some conversation going on among the players out on the field right there. I don't know if it's good conversation or bad conversation, but they are chatting with each other.
Yeah, and you know, the more you play each other, the more chippiness that tends to happen. This is their second of the 3 games they're going to play this year. There's still one more to be played up in Phoenix as well. Well, now it's imperative that the Sugar Skulls somehow get a stop here. You're asking a lot, though, with the ball starting at the 8-yard line for Drew Powell. Powell under center, but then he throws, and it's a touchdown anyway. It was going to be a pass interference. Pelletier with his second touchdown reception. Third, I believe. Beg your pardon, third.
Was that Elam or who had him by the jersey?
Yeah, it could have been.
Somebody had him by the jersey, and he still made that catch.
Defense, number 22.
Elam did.
The penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
That's a heck of a catch.
It really was.
Because he was being dragged to the ground, and he still stuck it in there and made the catch.
Well, the plays just keep on coming for the Arizona Rattlers,
they do.
and that seals the victory, I'm sure, at this point. But there's still a lot of fight left in the Sugar Skulls, and
well, and that's what Dixie Wooten wants to see. He wants to see his guys keep playing, keep being upbeat. You know, he talked about that during the week. That, you know, in spite of a 4-game losing streak, his guys were working hard in practice.
54-32, Arizona with the lead. 4:07 to play. Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
This is really tough. I mean, I like what number 1 said, but I got to go with number 3.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the stylish and sporty 2021 Blazer from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with Blazers starting at only $24,026 and over $6,000 off on tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Ask anyone on the team. Injuries are something you deal with on a daily basis. Victus makes it 100 times no, 1,000 times easier to help us get through the grind of football. I love all of their products, especially their dissolvable tabs, because it helps me recover and perform at my best. If you're not using Victus products yet, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Victus has helped myself as well as my team recover after our intense workouts.
You're back at the Boneyard, Tucson Arena. 54-32, 4:07 left in the fourth quarter. It was the Rattlers with their third touchdown pitch and catch between Drew Powell and the receiver Troy Pelletier. A little kick return there by Juju Augustine, started setting up the 10-yard line.
Yep, they got to do something quick.
And again, if you're just joining us, you didn't hear, the Bucks knock off the Hawks 118-108. So Milwaukee takes the Eastern Conference Final, and they advance to play our Phoenix Suns coming up next week. I think the first 2 games, if I remember right, are Tuesday, Thursday in Phoenix. And for that means they're going to be going, some of their games are going to be played about the same time as the Suns. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Did you have that series picked at the beginning of the year?
I did, didn't you? I mean, Milwaukee, maybe. Like if you say, okay, I'm a big Giannis fan, so I think, but no. I knew the Suns. I think we all had the Suns making the playoffs, but we didn't have the Suns making the finals. We're, basically worst to first in a couple of years is pretty remarkable.
Good job they're doing up there.
Yes, they are. Demery Croft sidesteps a tackle and makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now this is just kind of gut check time, kind of play it out, see if you can make a couple things happen and end on a positive note.
Well, this is where the defense, pins its ears back. They just rush the passer. They're not worried about them running the ball, and guys are just trying to get open. They're not playing prevent, but they're just making sure nobody's getting behind them.
O'Reilly Chevrolet is our title sponsor here on Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson and streaming as well on Fox Sports 1450, as well as the YouTube channel of the Indoor Football League. Second down now for Croft. Over to Ballantyne, and Ballantyne spins his way up to midfield. Don't forget that we will be presenting our player of the game, our offensive player of the game, sponsored by Pima Community College. So we'll have to come up with that. I think we may have just seen our offensive player of the game catch that last pass.
He's had a night. It's not a winning night, but he's had a night. And Ryan Ballantyne being Ryan Ballantyne.
Yes. Everything advertised and more. Croft looks deep, spins out of a tackle, kind of falls forward down to the 22. He wants to hustle. He wants to keep the play going here with under 2 minutes to go. I think Dixie called the timeout. I think he wants the whole unit to
Sugar
come
Skulls,
over.
they're first. Please reset the game clock to 1:57.
Disappointing.
157.
The score is not going to turn out the way Sugar Skulls fans had hoped. I think the Arizona Rattlers have made leaps and bounds since we last saw Tucson play up in Phoenix a few weeks ago, though.
Right. You know, they didn't have their starting running back. They bring in Lassane, who comes in, and Nick Lassane, who just comes in, and he had some powerful runs. Drew Powell just did Drew Powell. You know, he didn't run all over the field like he has been doing, but he just took care of business, and that's what he's been doing this entire game. Hasn't made, many mistakes, and that's how you win games.
It was Jared Harrington, his favorite receiver in the first half. It's been Troy Pelletier here in the second half. Pelletier now has 3 touchdown receptions to equal what Ryan Ballantyne's been able to do on the other side of the football for the Sugar Skulls. So a lot of offense tonight, just not enough of it for the Sugar Skulls. A couple too many turnovers really did them in this game. Well, Croft direct in traffic. Still hoping to get this ball into the end zone. Throws it to Ballantyne. Ballantyne is just a machine tonight, a workhorse really. Picks up first down yardage to the 13. Move the chains.
Well, just keep working, and that's what when you're in a position like this, that's what you want to see. The guys continuing to play hard, keep working. As a coach, you want to see who's still out there working hard.
Demery Croft is still working hard. He looks to the end zone, throws to Ballantyne. He was being pulled from behind. How does he not get a flag on that? Unbelievable.
I'm not really sure.
I mean, come on. I know the game's over.
Dixie's
but
not very happy with that.
The game's not over.
Exactly.
The score might be out of reach, but the game's not over. He's
trying to get a play in
tugged
before
right there on his
warning.
shoulder pad. He had him by the shoulder pad. Nova Home Loans, the exclusive replay sponsor.
1 minute warning.
Yeah, the 1 minute warning here. We're going to take a timeout. It's O'Reilly Chevrolet, Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson Sugar Skulls Trail 5432.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
1 minute to play here in regulation. Sugar Skulls and Rattlers. Arizona 54-32 the lead. What a game we've seen from Ryan Ballantyne. More on him in just a moment as the Sugar Skulls try to tack on another score. Feel a little bit better about things as they get to the end of this game. Croft is taken down, the first sack of the game by Nick DeVanzo. That's his 4th sack of 2021. Dixie wants a timeout.
Timeout. Sugar Skulls, they're second. Please reset the game clock to 53 seconds.
It's the blitzing
53
linebacker
seconds.
that forced him to step up and then get sacked.
Right. Again, it's just an all-out rush. Not worried about anything else they're going to do other than throw the ball. If you can get to the quarterback, you can make things happen. It's a tough spot to be in when you're, on offense and you're behind the way they are. Rattlers aren't even worried about it.
So a little timeout here. I think Dixie's just working hard to make them get the ball in the end zone. As you said, you got to feel a little bit better about yourselves. You can show this is what we can do against a really top-flight defense. They've had their opportunities. They've done well at times, but they've just turned the ball over.
Right, and now it's a matter of just getting guys to keep doing their job and then, going and taking a look at the film and seeing what happens.
The offensive player of the game brought to you by Pima Community College. Keep striving with Pima Community College. Ryan Ballantyne, 7 catches, 95 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and we still got a little time left.
Sure. He can get one more. He can still get over the 100-yard mark as well. We'll see what happens here.
That's following up the 6 catches and 116 yards and 2 TDs last week, so he's had quite a couple of weeks for the Sugar Skulls. Demery Croft steps up. He's going to run it. He's got some room, and he dives in. Did he get it? Touchdown. They finally signal touchdown, and Demery Croft strikes pay dirt for the Sugar Skulls.
He got there in a hurry. When he took off, it was wide open. He got hit really hard. He got there fast.
They're lining up for 2 points, and you know what? Why not? You got the opportunity as an offense to score again, even if it's just 2 points.
If nothing else, to get some work in on the 2-point conversion. Right. You may need that down the road.
And you just look at it as like we got a goal to go, 4th down and 3 at the goal line.
Right.
Let's just run at that play. We got to get in. A challenge flag, okay. So Kevin doesn't want to give up the touchdown.
I saw the replay and I thought it is.
His rear end may have hit the
ground.
Like, Kevin, you're not going to challenge that, are you? I guess he is.
Stating the runner was
nothing will come easy.
The play is under further review.
Sugar Skulls fans down there on his side of the field are all over him.
And the Tucson fans are booing. they kind of get it. Kevin's just not going to give up that easy.
He's a competitor.
He is.
He wants to make them earn it. It's kind of funny.
It is. It's making me laugh because we know Kevin so well.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, we get it. Nova Home Loans with the replay here, and you be the judge. And yeah, I think he's down. I think you and I both kind of thought that. Even at live action, we thought, oh, was that in?
That might be a little hard from that angle, though. This angle might get it for him. Let's see. Man, he got hit hard, too. It's close.
It's close.
It's close.
Let's just give it to him, but Kevin won't. So here, let's see this angle one more time. Boy, it's just so boom, boom. I don't know. It's a bang, bang kind of.
You almost got to go frame by frame there to see when he put the ball up and was it over the line at that time. Since you don't have the goal line camera, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, one more look. Yeah, see, I think it's short.
I think he's short. I think he's about a half a yard short.
I think he's just short. Yeah, they're looking at. Remember, they have the ability to look at the same replays we have. And I think they've come to their determination. I'm going to say fourth. I'm going to say, well, be first and goal at the 1 foot line.
After further review, the ruling on the field is reversed. The runner is down at the half-yard line. It'll be first down Tucson at the half-yard line. The Rattlers are not charged with the timeout.
What are you going to do, right?
You just got to say Kevin Guy was right again.
Yeah.
You might have other thoughts about calling it then, but Kevin Guy was right.
Look, he's not going to give an inch ever.
Nope.
Right?
And that's just sets the tone for this rivalry in the future.
Exactly.
And that's what you want. Demery Croft. Oh, he's got Valentine. Oh, it hit the. He was juggling and then it hit the boards. I think he was surprised. I think the ball was there. I don't know. Let's do that again. He was wide open. Nope. Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's calling legal. There were a lot of guys in the backfield in a hurry. It almost looked like there were two blitzers coming in, and that's not legal.
Yeah. So Dixie said, if you're going to challenge mine, I'm going to challenge yours. Let's go. We'll keep challenging. We got 30 seconds. See how many more challenges we can get in.
The funny thing is, does it really matter?
It matters to those guys.
I guess.
It matters to those
guys. But if there
guys.
were 3 minutes left, maybe. But there's, So that's not what they're challenging. They're not challenging that it was a complete catch.
Right, they're challenging a blitz.
They're challenging, here it is. Did they send more guys? I mean,
the guy on the end. Yeah.
He came around on the end.
Number 2 on the end.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No. Yeah, you can't just blitz around the end like that.
After further review, the ruling on the field is reversed. Illegal defense. Number 7, illegal blitz. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Tyrell Pearson, the edge rush there that you're not allowed to do in this game.
And the Sugar Skulls get the all-important fresh set of downs with 30 seconds to go.
With 30. It was going to be second down. Now it's first down.
You know what? I'm having fun this last minute.
I'm having fun. We had 3 attempts on an extra point earlier. Now we've had, an abundance of plays here at the goal line. Croft. He's looking, and he throws incomplete.
That ball got tipped at the line, I think.
He was trying to find Valentine again, but he was covered, so he thought better, but then he went to his left, and I think it might have been tipped.
Right, he tried to get Valentine another touchdown.
Yes, they're trying to get him another one.
To get him 4.
Valentine might just be tired.
He's got to be, man. He's been all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, we've got plenty more to come on our post-game show here on the CW Tucson. Thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet for being the primary sponsor of Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson and Fox Sports 1450. Croft is going to run it himself. That's in for the touchdown. Untouched, Demery Croft. So after all that, we're still back.
That was for Kevin Guy.
Yes. Valentine. Up, Croft. Well, he's not going to get it this time. He kind of faked a step to the right and went back to the left, and no good. So 54-38 is the score with the 23 seconds left. So, yeah, there's a lot to digest here.
There is.
In the end, though, the Rattlers are going to end up heading back up I-10 with the victory.
The Rattlers are good.
They're very good.
And they're now going to be in a tie for first place.
And there's, in my mind, there's every reason to think this team has a chance to win the United Bowl at the end of the season.
Yeah, they're definitely a contender. We haven't seen Frisco yet. I haven't seen Frisco.
I have not seen
and the
Frisco.
Sugar Skulls don't play them, but it'll be and they're new, so I'm guessing Kevin's kind of feeling like you don't belong here yet.
Right.
So let's see what happens. But the Rattlers are where they usually are.
They are. They're where they're usually at, and they haven't won a championship since 2017, and that's unheard of for Kevin Guy.
Right.
So the missed year of COVID, he's really chomping at the bit to win a championship again.
And I know the one in 2019 stung because they were undefeated.
That's right. Got
all the way to the championship game and then got beat at their place.
Mm-hmm.
So that one stung. I asked him about that one time, and he was still feeling it way after.
O'Reilly Chevrolet, our title sponsor here on Sugar Skulls Football, and we've seen an entertaining game thanks to O'Reilly Chevrolet. It's just not going to end up in the Sugar Skulls' favor.
A lot of scoring,
Yep.
you know, a lot of big plays, you know, important plays, you know, the onside kick, a couple of picks, and we're going to have another onside kick here.
Jimmy Camacho's going to work on his, goes off the boards, and that'll be smothered there by the Rattlers, it looks like. Yep, it was, and that was Dobbs who ended up recovering it. And we'll see what Kevin Guy wants to do.
I don't know what happened here, but the yard marker, the down marker, it looks like it got busted. It's a little short.
That might have been a casualty of an earlier play. They'll just shove it in there.
So they're just going to stuff it in the pads.
Stuff it in the pads. We are back on the air next Saturday night as Duke City, the Gladiators, come to town. Our first look in person at them. Of course, the lone win of the year so far for the Sugar Skulls came at Albuquerque against Duke City in week number 2 for the Sugar Skulls. Duke City with a win tonight, though, so it's going to be a tough test again next week. And classy act by Kevin Guy here, taking the knee. There's no point in running things up. And that'll do it. In a Sugar Skulls game that, as we mentioned, didn't quite go the way we had hoped, but we knew it was going to be one of those games that would be difficult for the Sugar Skulls to win, having lost 4 in a row coming in. So now they've lost 5 straight, while the Arizona Rattlers have won 5 in a row.
Well, it showed some promise for the Sugar Skulls in the first half. They did have the lead at one point, but, you know, again, key plays. You know, the onside kick that in my mind, is the one play that turned this game around, but the Sugar Skulls made a few too many mistakes.
Yeah, they certainly did. And I think you're right. I would look at that as being the key play that really took a little bit of momentum that Arizona was building and turned it into kind of a full throttle, we're going to take this game over moment.
Right. And then, you know, the Sugar Skulls came out through a pick on the first play of the second half. Rattlers converted that, and that was that at that point.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, some bright spots. We mentioned, you know, Demery Croft had a couple interceptions and a fumble. That's what you're going to take away from this. But there were moments where he made some great plays, and none more than the 3 touchdown passes, and all the passes that he completed to Ryan Ballantyne.
Well, certainly, you know, he's getting the benefit of having a guy like Ryan Ballantyne to throw to. You know, Ballantyne gets open, he makes things happen, but the Sugar Skulls need a little bit more.
We're going to take a timeout. Back with more post-game coverage. Sponsored by O'Reilly Chevrolet. It's Tucson Sugar Skulls football on the CW Tucson. Stay with us.
If your airbag used to carry your lunch, it's time for a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars. With vehicles as low as $59.15 and payments starting at just $99.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
If you can't stand the heat, get a fresh start at O'Reilly Used Cars, the #1 Chevy certified pre-owned dealer in Southern Arizona.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
At Desert Diamond, we don't just support our troops, we reward them. All active duty, retired, and veteran service members enjoy immediate benefits, including $20 free play each month and dining discounts with our Tribute Rewards card. We're the only casino with a military rewards card, and signing up is free and easy. The Tribute Rewards card, only at Desert Diamond, the safest place where service members play.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
54-38, Sugar Skulls fall to the Arizona Rattlers. Standing by, Jason Barr with the player of the game, Ryan Ballantyne. Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Ryan is the PMAT Community College player of the game. You had 3 touchdown receptions, but a tough loss. What's the feeling of this team right now in this 5-game losing streak?
Oh, man, we just got to keep coming to practice every day and figuring it out. That's all we can do.
What motivates you to keep going? Veteran in this league who's already broken so many records?
I'm an older dude. I ain't got nothing but respect for the game.
All right, thank you very much, and congrats on winning the player of the game. I know it's a tough loss here today. Yep, Pat, Jay will get Dixie Wooten and come back in just a second.
All right, sounds good, Jason. Yeah, Ryan Ballantyne, he'll go back to work. You know, he leads by example. Told me that, you know, I'm not a rah-rah guy. He doesn't get in the face of players, but he gets out there, and he's out there every single day in practice and the game.
And those are the kinds of guys you lean on in times like this. Guys who are pros, guys who are going to come to work every day, work hard. You got a lot of rookies on this team, and they need a guy like Ryan Ballantyne to, you know, kind of show them what's what. You got to keep working.
All right, Jason Barr standing by with Drew Powell, I believe.
I am, Pat. Drew Powell, thanks for taking a minute to join us here. You don't really want to make too big a deal of one play in the second quarter, but boy, that onside kick really did seem like a turning point in this game. How did you see it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was huge. I actually didn't know we was going to do it. I was just sitting down, and I got there like we got the ball back, and the object was a score, and this game is all about possessions. So once we're able to steal that possession back and then score on both of those drives, it puts them behind them for the rest of the game. So that was huge.
What was the game plan for you today going up against the Sugar Skulls defense?
Take what they give us. Take what they give us. We knew there was going to be a man and force us to do a lot of stuff that they saw on film and force us to get open and complete the balls. And that's what we was able to do today. Receivers play excellent. O-line play excellent.
All right, congrats on the win and good luck going forward. Yep, Pat, Jay.
All right, thank you. Drew Powell said take what they give us. That's Kevin Guy's MO on offense, and they found the areas where they were able to take something.
Well, and he talked about stealing a possession, and that's exactly what this game is about. You know, in the indoor football league, the thought is you score every possession, and every possession that you don't let the other team score, that's how you turn a game around, and they did exactly that.
Exactly. Jason Barr standing by now with head coach Dixie Wooten.
Yeah, Dixie, we were just talking with Drew Powell about the onside kick. How much of a difference do you think that made in the momentum of this game?
It was a huge difference. You know, we was getting the ball back at the half, and we had a chance 53 seconds. So we set up we ran a 4-3, but, you know, when our guys instead of walked up to the line like we practiced, he backed up, and they was able to get it. But, you know, that was the time that we get that onside kick, we go in, take the lead, and then we get the ball back at the half. That's one of those moments we always talk about getting over the hump, and, you know, we let another one slip away from them moments.
Is there any consolation in a loss that's at least to the team now tied with the best record in the Indoor Football League?
Nah, it's not, because at the end of the day, we are professionals. You know, we got to go back to the drawing board no matter what our record is, and we got to try to find a way, you know, starting with me to get over this hump. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we can't make those type of mistakes in those moments. So we just got to just go back, fight. I'm going to go down, break out the film tomorrow. You know, a 7-day week for me, because I got to find a way to jump over this hump, because if I do, you know, I feel like we got a chance to still make a run.
We'll see you next week for Duke City. Thanks so much. Yep, okay. Pat, Jay.
All right, Jason, and you know, he's a stand-up guy, and you know it really you know, grates at him, and he will find a way. They've got to find a way to get just a little bit better to beat teams, not necessarily the Arizona Rattlers, but next week against Duke City.
This is hard for Dixie Wooten. This is not what he's used to. This is not where he expected to be with this team. He's got to go figure it out. But like I said, you got to be a professional. You got to get back there. You got to do the work, and we'll see what he can cook up for next week. They got to feel a good week of practice coming up, because it is Duke City. We beat these guys. Let's have a good week of practice, and let's get another win.
54-38, they lost to the Rattlers this evening here at TCC. O'Reilly Chevrolet, Tucson Sugar Skulls football continues on the CW Tucson.
Welcome back to Love Those Savings on O'Reilly TV.
You all sound great. I really wish I didn't have to pick just one. I'm gonna say number 2.
Good choice. You'll ride in style in the rugged and safe 2021 Silverado from O'Reilly Chevrolet. Plus, everyone wins at O'Reilly with up to $3,000 off Silverado and over $6,000 off tracks. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
We are the soul of Tucson. We are your neighbors and friends. Our commitment to provide the very best relies on the finest products and services you, our community, has to offer. Together, we make Tucson thrive. When we win, you win. Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Getting the right loan with the best combination of service rates and fees isn't always as easy as pushing a button, particularly for people who don't fit the cookie-cutter approval process. The square pegs, the self-employed, recently divorced, less than perfect credit, steadfast hard workers. At Nova Home Loans, we work hard to deliver real loans to real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. Together, we've got this.
Welcome back inside Tucson Arena. 54-38, the Arizona Rattlers, the winners over the Tucson Sugar Skulls. You can break down all the numbers. The number that matters most is 54-38,
Right.
and the Rattlers win. You know, then it has to go to those turnovers, those pesky little turnovers that just saw the team fall further and further behind.
Well, I don't know near as much about football as Dixie Wooten, but we did say at the top of the show, you got to avoid the costly mistakes, the big mistakes, and they had 3 big ones.
Yeah.
They had the onside kick. There was the interception coming out of for the second half, and then there was the turnover by the goal line.
Yeah,
those things cost them the game.
Yeah, they really did. The positives we heard from Ryan Ballantyne, and maybe that's the time where Ryan Ballantyne goes into that locker room during the week, and he does get a little vocal. He's not going to get rah vocal, but maybe it's the as Dixie tells me, he sometimes all it takes for Ryan Ballantyne is just to go put his arm around a guy.
Right. And you got to have a guy like that in your locker room, and I'm sure that when Dixie went and got Ryan Ballantyne, that was one of the things that he wanted from him, is to show these other guys what it means to be a professional football player. Because some of these guys are, they're brand new at this, and so that's part of what Ryan Ballantyne's here for.
Yeah. Next game will be next Saturday night, same time, 6 o'clock kickoff here from Tucson Arena. It'll be the Duke City Gladiators from Albuquerque, and as you mentioned, maybe there's a little pep in your step this week if you're at Sugar Skulls practice. Maybe they have kind of an edge that they know we got these guys once, we can get them again.
Yeah, got them at their place.
Right.
So, Demery Croft played a great game that game, was player of the week after that game. So maybe he gets a little more confidence in himself and says, okay, I did well against these guys last time, let's do that again.
And you can watch the game film, which they will, and they'll look at those mistakes they made. They'll look at the bobbled, missed handoff that ended up costing them. And that one, just like the onside kick, you got to stay at home if you're on kick coverage. Those kinds of things are fixable.
Right, and they are fixable, and they'll go to the film and they'll figure it all out and, build a game plan for next week and come back and hopefully get a win.
Well, partner, it was a lot of fun again. Unfortunately, we didn't get a win, but maybe next week.
We're working. I hope it's not me. Is it you? Is it me?
We're both in the booth at the same time, so I don't know. But unfortunately, they didn't get the win. 54-38, Rattlers beat the Tucson Sugar Skulls. We thank you so much for watching. Our presenting sponsor, O'Reilly Chevrolet, we thank them as well. Also want to thank the Sugar Skulls football production crew, Simmons Media Group. It's Derek Simmons, the producer, executive producer, Floyd Simmons, and also Bob Hammond, the director, Greg Jones, technical director, and it's Caleb Bochy, the graphics technician. Our thanks to the great crew. Terrific job again tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again next week on the CW Tucson and on Fox Sports 1450. That'll be next Saturday, 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everybody.